And welcome to Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome, 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 everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, if you guys are watching us on Facebook, welcome, Facebookers. How are you guys doing? Oh my gosh, I am so excited. Yes, we are back live. We actually took about a 2-week hiatus so that we can spend the much needed rest and relaxation with our families. But who we have on our show today, y'all, let me tell you something. Y'all probably see the smile on my face like all the whole time I'm sitting and chatting with this lady here. Man, let me not. I'm going to be chatting and giggling the whole time because let me tell you who she is first to me. Okay, we were almost in-laws. First of all. Second of all, I have to say that when I met her through her sister, and I fell in love with her sister right off the bat. So, going from her sister Shay to meeting Pat, and I explained this to our producer Grace. I said like this: I met her through her niece, then through her sister, and then it went like this through all of her family. When I say this lady here has an amazing big family. And that is my favorite. I love meeting people who have large families that are close knit. And that's who you guys see in front of you right now. Introducing Pat Nash. Go ahead, Pat Nash. Unmute your mic and say hello to the viewing and listening audience.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. I promised that I was going to behave, so I'm going to be like, hey, hello, everyone.
And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, I know you hear her wonderful voice. Oh my gosh. Hey, people talk about my voice as well, Pat, but when I hear her voice, y'all, it's one of these things like, oh. And in case you guys do not know, she has now. Okay, I don't want to call it the wrong thing, Pat. Are you calling it a podcast? Virtual show. What do you want to call it, Pat?
It's crazy. I'm just calling it. I get on live. I talk live twice a week, and I do so much encouraging and talking, and I decided to just share it with Facebook. So that's how it started a couple of months ago, and it's kind of grown. And I personally love it. I enjoy it.
Yes.
So that's what I do. I just talk. So that's. Yeah.
Okay. She hasn't called it anything, Level Up Nation. She hasn't called it anything yet. I'm calling this my virtual show because it's no longer on the radio at the moment. Mm-hmm. But she has a show just as well, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, Pat, tell them at the top of the show where they can find you because normally we do it at the end, but I want my audience to find you like right after we're done with this show. Where can they find where they can see your videos?
Okay, well, I'm on Facebook under Pat Nash, and then you'll see me on Instagram under Pat by Design. So, yeah, you can find me in those two places as of right now. So we'll see where it's going to go after that.
It's going to go. Well, look.
I'm having too much fun, and the cool part is people are being blessed or people being helped by it. So I'm going to keep doing it. So for right now, that's where you can find me.
That's where you can find her, Level Up Nation. Now, look, I don't mind sharing audiences because, look, I have become one of her number one fans, and she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, girl. Listen, there's not a lot of shows that I watch through and through, and even go back, 2 times. The information that you are sharing, listen, Level Up Nation, she's just a matter of fact. If you want to get some factual information in a loving, now you hear her voice right, in a loving way.
Crazy way, yes. I got you.
Girl, she keeps you laughing about it, you guys, and she's so very transparent, Level Up. So that, look, when I first saw her, I think I did see you in your earlier shows that when you came on, there's Pat. Hey, Pat, you're pretty good, girl. mean, I literally, Pat, that day I was like, I gotta get her on. And your sister had been telling us, your sister
For
Shay
years.
Thule, that's my heart. Oh my gosh, she been saying y'all gotta meet. Yeah, she been saying it for years.
Yeah, she has. She's been saying the same thing to me. So timing is everything. I need you right now. So and so I think we're in a good place for, collaborations, whatever you need. I'm here. And we're family. So that makes it sweeter.
It makes it even sweeter. And
Yeah.
you're absolutely right, Pat, because I know what it's like, to get started. And it's just, let me just say this, Level Up Nation, she has turned her passion into purpose. And that's what I see, Pat, when I'm getting on and watching you listen, ladies and gentlemen. She has people that also come on, they're having conversation in the same way that we're doing it. So literally, Level Up, y'all got a second show that is very similar to what we're doing here. So you guys definitely go and check her out. She will keep you in stitches. Like she said, she's the crazier side of Angee. Yes, she is. So you guys,
I'll take it. I mean, hey, somebody got to do it, right?
Somebody got to do it. As you guys know, we're going to soon take our break. But before we do that, I have asked Pat to share her favorite scripture before we go to break, you guys. So, Pat, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, my sister. Okay, before we go to break, when she asked for a scripture, there's so many, especially if you're living life, you're really doing life, you're going to have to grab some every now and then, or a lot, to just survive. But I thought about for today, there's a scripture in Deuteronomy that talks about one can put 1,000 to flight, but two, tens of thousands to flight. So I think about adding myself to my sister here and leveling up and encouraging and helping people dream like tens of thousands. So we're going from putting 1,000 to tens of thousands. I believe that. So that's the scripture I wanted to share today.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, listen, you guys, we're going to go ahead and take a break. But before we go to break, as always, I'm going to pray us out, go to our break, and we'll be come back on the other side of the break. You guys, as we always do, I'm not interviewing Pat. We're having a conversation. And who you guys are going to meet, you're going to meet an amazing woman that has, like I said, that has just turned her passion into purpose. And I know that there are several of you guys out there that are waiting to find what is your passion first and how can I turn that into purpose. Listen, I'm introducing you to someone that can help you along the way. So once again, this is when we go to break, I want you guys to do this. First of all, head on over to YouTube. We are now simulcast. We are doing a simulcast on YouTube. And as you guys know, we will soon be going to YouTube exclusively. So I'm giving you guys the opportunity, my Facebookers, to swing on over to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, and that's where we'll be going very, very soon. So I don't want you guys to miss any of our next live shows that's coming up. Hey, look here. I know that Pat is going to be coming back because everything we're talking about, she's going to be like, girl, we done?
I know, right?
It always happens, Pat. So let us go to prayer. We'll go to break, and then we'll come back on the other side of the break and continue our discussion with Pat Nash. Dear Heavenly Father, God, I just want to thank you that you have allowed us to come to this day, this amazing day, God. And as I look out the window, God, I'm seeing just the beautiful, bright sun, hearing the birds chirp, even during the afternoon. And it's just amazing, Father, that you have set up the time and places for each and every one of us to prosper. God, I know that this union between Pat and I was set up and designed by you. God, we've heard about one another for years, but such a time as this. Thank you for my amazing sister. Thank you for this time that we have with one another, that we can speak with one another and share our conversation, not just between us, although we had a great one the other day, but we're going to take that same conversation, God, and just share it with the world. Thank you for her undying love for you first, and the willingness to be transparent so that she can help another person along their journey. Thank you for your son, Jesus. Thank you for his example and his love. And it's his name that I pray. Amen. You're listening and watching Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll be right back.
All right, let's run it back. Yeah, Mike Jesus. That's right. It say in the book of Psalms, make a joyful noise unto the Lord. That's right. So you know what? We finna make a little bit right now. And turn it up on high. Bumping holy tracks in the back of the Cadillac while we snapping so dramatic. And turn it up on high. Go west, I'm shaking the block. It ain't no stopping. We rockin', keep it and poppin'. And turn it up on high. That's what they be hearing when I'm coming to the block. It be like a bumpin' G-O-D, and it ain't gon' stop cause we on. That's icky word. Take it to the head for the Lord, yes sir. I really feel it in my nerves, making it hard for me not to serve. As I'm in the parking lot bumping, feel the bass beneath your feet. I'ma keep on rapping till God is all up and down the streets. I should've told ya, but if I said it once, I say it again. Only way you're gonna make it with God is you gotta play to win. So when you in a suburban with Donna McClurkin, just turn it up. Kirk Franklin banging while you doing your thing, man, just lift them up. Turn it up on high, on the Holy Spirit till you feel good inside. Let the Spirit take over and enjoy the ride. Yeah, Holy Spirit make it feel good from your head to your feet. Ain't no point in trying to please me. Do what you gotta do with the major your D so you can see why I lift my hands high. I ain't got to lie to the boys right here. Cause if you can't get close to this, I'm really trying to get up in your ear. And turn it up on high. Bumping holy tracks in the back of the Cadillac while we snapping so dramatic. And turn it up on high. Go west, I'm shaking the block. It ain't no stopping. We rockin', keep it and poppin'. And turn it up on high. Bumping holy tracks in the back of the Cadillac while we snapping so dramatic. And turn it up on high. Go west, I'm shaking the block. It ain't no stopping. We rockin', keep it and poppin'. And turn it up on high. And listen, while you whipping 285, don't let it try. Just remember that we gotta rep his name on high. Forget tomorrow, we gotta do it right now. Cause tomorrow you might be living in the sky. Anybody got a problem with it, I'ma tell you what, take it up with the man on high. Now as I'm bumping my Alpine, treble up, speakers loud. I'm about to tell you a little secret pertaining my gosh. Jeremiah got a fire inside of him and it made him jump. And for me it's like I got 215s bumping off in my trunk. Back then my praise was on low, but now it's up to the maximum. I'm bagging all these demons, let's shout it, my God ain't having it. Think you can handle them? I'd like to see you try. My God, I beat it even down to the ground like it's a baseline. You know there ain't no stopping, so I gotta keep it popping. Real spinning with the Holy Spirit and plus the beat is knocking. I'm one of the millions of soldiers that's keeping the word alive. But I'ma kill this beat just like it flatline. And turn it up on high. Bumping holy tracks in the back of the Cadillac while we snapping so dramatic. And turn it up on high. Go west, I'm shaking the block. It ain't no stopping. We rockin', keep it and poppin'. And turn it up on high. Bumping holy tracks in the back of the Cadillac while we snapping so dramatic. And turn it up on high. Go west, I'm shaking the block. It ain't no stopping. We rockin', keep it and poppin'. And turn it up on high. Bumping holy tracks in the back of the Cadillac while we snapping so dramatic. And turn it up on high. Turn up in here. Go west, I'm shaking the block. It ain't no stopping. We rockin', keep it and poppin'. And turn it up on high. Bumping holy tracks in the back of the Cadillac while we snapping so dramatic. And turn it up on high. Go west, I'm shaking the block. It ain't no stopping. We rockin', keep it and poppin'. And turn it up on high.
Hello, my name is Rodney Damon Collins. I'm an actor, producer, author, and speaker. I'm excited to share my first book entitled Shattered: A Journey Through the Pieces. I wrote this book because there are millions of people like me in this world who are searching for purpose while navigating emotional distress. This book is for anyone who wants to be the producer of their own life. The reader will be encouraged to know that if they, one, keep God first, two, learn how to make peace with the pieces in our lives, and finally, three, never deterred from your dreams, that you will see your purpose fulfilled. I love you, and go grab this book on Amazon.com, Shattered: A Journey Through the Pieces.
Ikemia Arrington is a career empowerment speaker, business strategist to career professionals, and employed entrepreneurs who are building their businesses while working demanding full-time job, as well as a visionary event producer. She is on a mission to help the massive take career control by positioning them to transition into careers, businesses, and life they love on their terms. Kim certainly affirms that you can love your Mondays by doing only the work you desire and enjoy. Who says you can't love your Mondays? Kim affirms that you most certainly can.
Hey, this is Nolan Holloway, aka Mr. Scribe. Just letting you know that I have 3 books of poetry that's available on Amazon.com. So when you get a chance, go to Amazon.com, look up Nolan P. Holloway Jr., not Mr. Scribe, and pick up one of my books for your enjoyment. Peace.
Nothing excites me more than to see children read the books that I illustrated and helped bring to life. You know, it's the process from start to finish, and you know, at the finish line, you see the children smiling and excited and sharing the stories with other children about, you know, an image or a book that they read. Another thing that gives me joy is working with new and upcoming writers, people who have all these stories that they want to tell and, you know, things that they want to share with the world, you know, just like, you know, me wanting to express myself as an artist and, you know, share my expressions. You know, people are doing the same thing with their stories, and to help, I feel like I'm helping making their dream come.
Unveiled Treasures Bookstore. We offer a variety of items: church supplies, homeschool resources, music, books, and gifts. Our free ministry partners online affiliate program provides a collection of Christian resources. Unveiled Treasures. Exquisite jewels to enrich your soul.
What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you get home. Hey, baby, when you come home, darling, I'm every woman. It's all in me. I can read your thoughts right now. Everyone from A to Z. Speak life in every way, Let the people see, let them see, and make sure you know you're right. Oh, when you speak.
Hey, this is Shay Bynes with Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur. Let's level up. Tune in every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
Hey, this is Dr. Kishana. Level Up. Check them out every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
You are listening to Level Up with Bob Barrett-Wall from Enter the Diamond.
Hey, this is Rodney Damon Collins, inviting you to level up. Check them out every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern.
Hi, this is Pat Nash, your dream coach. Want to take your dreams to the next level? Then listen to Level Up each and every Sunday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. I am.
And welcome back to Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome, 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 everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, everyone who is watching on Facebook, I want you guys to know that you can head on over to YouTube. Yes, we are doing a simulcast on YouTube as well. Now, we're doing this for just a short while because very, very soon, Level Up will be YouTube exclusively. So what we are doing right now, ladies and gentlemen, in these coming months, we are making sure that all of our, is this a word? Facebookers, are heading over and being YouTubers. Now, I know that there is a word called YouTuber, but I'm not sure about Facebooker, so I don't know. You guys you guys type it in the chat. Not sure. Anyway, head on over to The Real Level Up. That's The Real Level Up on YouTube. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right back into our conversation with this amazing woman. I told y'all. Now, if you missed our intro, y'all miss all this big smiley face and how good y'all look. Love this woman. It's not just her, but love her family. In case you missed it, you're just now joining on how me and this amazing woman met. We met through her sister, Shay Nash Chuli. I'm probably going to shout her out throughout this because I love her too. Amazing, huge family. Gosh, okay. Pat, you guys are originally from Oklahoma, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
If you can believe that, most people I introduce myself and say where I'm from, they're like, Oklahoma. Yes, Oklahoma, born and raised.
Y'all were born and raised.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, how many brothers and sisters do you? Yeah, I told y'all it's huge now. Wait for it. How many?
It is 9 of us. Yes, it's 9 of us, and I am the middle baby. So if any of you know anything about the middle baby, you know you're in for a treat. I'm right in the middle, 4 older and 4 younger.
Oh, girl, wait a minute. You dead smack in the middle.
Yes. Yes.
That means, you guys, she's very special.
That's what they say.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sure a couple
That's
of
what
them
they
are
say.
watching right now because let me tell you what I know about the Nash family. Very loving, supporting, and look, your niece told me over and over again, your family reminds me of my. And you
Wow.
hear that, you're like, oh, baby girl, that's so sweet. It wasn't until I started meeting y'all, I was like, she's right. She's
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And as big as you guys are, and of course there's always family feud when you're any kind of size. I mean, it's 6 of us, 6 girls, right? See, we're all girls. And what I'm jealous of, see, Pat has brothers. And I've always wanted a brother, Pat. 5 brothers.
5 brothers. Yes. It's incredible. That's why I grew up a tomboy.
Well,
fighting, fishing, climbing trees, playing marbles.
Look, Shay can hold her on too. I know Shay. Look, when I met Shay, Shay was like, girl.
Yeah. She's much worse. She's much worse.
No, she's listening.
Yeah.
But that's why I love you guys. So down to earth. I mean, I haven't met every last one of you guys, but the way you guys talk about one another, I can just see that it is so close knit, so loving. I've been with you guys on several, main events with the family, marriages, weddings, baby showers, birthdays. I told you guys, I was right on up in there, y'all. I've done
family
thing with you guys. So,
and don't you think that's weird, Angee? We never met all those years. How long have you known my sister?
Oh my gosh. I want to say, is it 10 years now?
It's been about that, I'm thinking.
Oh my God, I just thought about that.
Mm-hmm. And we just met, I think, formally met, like face to face, what, a year ago, maybe?
Yeah, about a year ago.
About a year ago.
I could not, but Shay would talk about you all that. She's like, you remind me of her. Y'all gotta meet.
Yes.
Okay, well let's go all the way back. Pat, this is what our audience like. They want to get to know you. So that she's like, she already ready.
I'm ready. I'm trying to. Okay, audience, please forgive me in advance for anything I may say. We're just gonna roll with it. I'm just gonna be real. That's the only thing I know how to be. Okay, but anyway, go ahead. So tell me where I need to keep myself here, because you know how I get. So just tell me what you
takes you higher. We want real talk. Okay, we are Christian based, but look, okay, just be real talk. Listen, audience. when I'm asking people to get on here, I want them to be themselves and real. So
Yes.
you don't, y'all type in the chat. She don't have to apologize. We just want to get to know her and who is the person that makes Angee smile. So it's y'all. Okay, let me go all the way back. So Pat, you guys were born and raised in Oklahoma. Tell us, first of all, tell us what that is like as a Black family in the Midwest, in Oklahoma, though. And you guys were in a small town in Oklahoma, right?
Yes, it's a very small town. It's called Ardmore. Shout out to Ardmore. Ardmore, Oklahoma. And if you had to say, where in the heck is Ardmore, Oklahoma? Most people know where Tulsa, Oklahoma City is. So if you want to point out Oklahoma City and Dallas and take I-35, we're almost halfway between both of them equally.
Gotcha.
So if you know where Dallas is and you want to go north into Oklahoma, we're about a halfway stopping point. So if you're going from city to city, if you're going from Dallas to Oklahoma City, just stop in Ardmore, have some food, hang out with the locals. Tell them Pat Nash sent you. Everybody knows everybody. It's a small town. And everybody knows the Nashes because on my grandparents and my uncles and aunts, it was 6 of them. And then they split up and most of them had big families. I think the smallest had 2. And then it went up to my dad. I think my dad has the most with 9. So, and everything in between. 6 was normal, 5, 6 was normal. So when you say Nash's, they know us there. So if you say that, one of the Nash girls sent you to Ardmore to have some catfish or something fabulous. So just tell them I sent you. But that's where we're located. And we are, on my mom's side, we are Chickasaw Indian, because the Midwest and Oklahoma specifically is where they sent a lot of Indians. You own the whole country or you own the whole land, but you get little spots that you can inhabit. So Oklahoma is one of them. And my mom is Native American. She is Chickasaw. Wow. So that is part of our culture there as well.
Oh my God. So is it just your mom that has Indian heritage? Native
My
Indian.
mom, yeah, my dad does, but my mom's is traceable. Like my grandmother had what they call a row number. Like they were documented. And this is, Hattie Mae Brown, and this is her number. So then my grandmother got her number because her mother had one. And so that's how I'm traceable. So me and my children and my grandchildren are all traceable because we came from Miss Hattie Mae Brown, who had her registered number from the government, these here United States. So my dad has Indian heritage also, but I would have to research it like most of us. I would have to research it to figure out how much, what tribe, all of that fun stuff. But my mom's is actually documented.
Wow. And I'm glad you brought that up, Pat, because not a lot of us who look like us, you look at yourself and you're like, oh, she's African American. But then if you dig down and see, this is the part, Pat, oh gosh, and we said this to one another. We can talk about so much in our conversation.
So many different things.
So many different things, you guys, because one of the things that I've even started talking with your sister about, and she's talking about, like, Angee, you'll be surprised. Like, start looking into your heritage. She's looking at me. She's like, girl, because you ain't full blooded. I said, I know.
There's something going on in there.
Something going on in there. I might find out that I'm not even African, so that's why I was like, Shay, I don't want to know. It's amazing. I'm always fascinated, especially African Americans who literally take the leap and take the time to dig into their heritage, because we've lost so much about who we are and where we came from. So my sister Victoria, she's probably watching. She's already started with us, trying to find David. Marvin and Winfred Smiley says hello. They're watching on the big screen. They just sent a note.
Yay.
Girl,
Yeah, you have to tell me because I can't see that, and I know I'll see later who is commenting. But
okay, I'll give you the.
But it's so worth it. I'm just gonna say, if you can document it and trace back to who is registered in your family as Native Americans, it's so worth it. I mean, the free medical, the education, all the things that we're blessed with, it's really worth it. So my mom left an incredible legacy. She didn't finish school, any of that. She was a mom, period. Full time, she loved it. But she left an incredible legacy and all the other crazy stuff that comes with being Native American that I love so much. She left that behind too.
And that is incredible that she even, passed that down to you guys.
Yes.
And of course, I know the children of the Nash family, and they're getting into it as well. I'm so proud of Kaya and
AJ
and Lauren, that they're doing the same thing. That
Yes.
they're like, okay, no, we're going to look at our heritage too and keep the tradition going as they're teaching their kids.
Yes. And Lauren has that double side on her. She has she has another connection through the other side of her family as well. So just beautiful. I love my nieces. So I have sons. I think we'll get into that soon, but I have two sons, and my sister that Angie's talking about, she's my baby sister. I changed her diaper. She won't tell you this. I spanked her when she was bad. I was her real big sister, keeping her out of trouble as much as possible. Y'all, she's worse than me. She's really, really worse. So every time I see her, I'm like 5'4", and she argues that. But Shay's at least 5'7",
about 5'7".
and she is really bad. Now, I was a tomboy growing up. I've come out of that somewhat. I enjoy the softer side of she will pick me up, literally pick me up when she see me, because she's happy to see me, spank me, twirl me around, and sit me down and call me something little. I mean, because she's my little sister, but she's bigger than me. So she takes those kind of liberties. She's rough. So, yeah.
Don't you talk about my friend.
I know. I love her. And the people who know me, so there's levels of us. Y'all, promise you, I'm like herding cats. She already knows. I've warned her. I'm like this. But trust me, this is interesting. It's 9 of us. I have an older sister. She is the mama bear. She is the mother. She's been a mother since she was 6. Telling me what to do. We're only like 2 years apart. Telling me what to do. Telling the whole family, everybody who's even older than her. So she is the mother of the family. So Cheryl has never been a child. She's my older sister. So she's the one that would fuss at me when I came in and my knees were caked with mud from playing marbles with my brother. She's like, ooh, you look a mess. So her and my mom were the real feminine, dainty girls. She had her in the kitchen cooking. That was not my thing.
Not mine.
So it went in levels. You have this delicate creature who has always been a mom figure. And then you have me, who is the tomboys who prefer to play with the boys over her. And, at that time, now I really value all of the advice she gives me. So when we get off of here, she'll probably say, did you do a hand scrub before you got on? Did you do this? So she is like always been that delicate flower, right? Yeah. So I was the one who played, football. I don't know. My dolls were sitting on first base while I knocked them in, and hers were never opened out of the box. That kind of relationship. So 10 years later, and then we had all these boys in between. 10 years later, come Angie's friend, Shay, right?
Yep.
Shay was straight tomboy. My mom couldn't do nothing with her. I mean, she was boxing, picking boys up back then, spanking them, putting them down. And she's always been this, really, I'm looking at her and going, I thought I was bad. Shay, can you please not do that? Can you please not say this? Can you please not do that? Trying to pass on to her the things that my older, more proper, delicate flower sister passed on to me. It didn't work. So I'm just saying that because we just came in stages. She's definitely the tomboy of the family.
She's the
And
tomboy of the family. Oh my gosh. When she told me some of the things that she had gone through, girl, my jaw was on the floor. I said, Shay, did you do that for real? She said, girl, yeah. And she said,
yeah.
as a matter of fact.
Yeah, yeah. I have gray hair, like gray. I color them, you guys. You'll never see them. It'll always be red or some other color. But anyway, I was like her mom's sister because my older sister was that to me. So I was, I'm sharing, what I've been through, my bumps in the road. So that's why she loved me because when I was stationed in when we were stationed in not Spain, we were stationed in Okinawa, I took her with me. She was like my baby. So
wow.
she traveled with me half the time because my mom couldn't do nothing with her. But that was also passed down. So in high school, I was a pistol, as they could say. So I went to live with my sister, who was the good Christian woman, and her husband. And then my sister Shay came and lived with me. And at the time, I was married to a minister, so it was like a pass on. Try to get these kids under control. I'm gonna send them to you. Let your sister talk to you. So yeah, Shay she's a joy, and she is certainly an individual who she'll fight for people she loves.
Oh,
I'll say that.
Ooh, girl, because look. Let me tell you something. This is the love that our family have for one another. Because when Shay got a load of us, right? Mm-hmm. And you guys, that's why Lauren kept saying, "Oh, y'all remind me of my family," because something similar happened to us. I end up having to, send. It actually didn't come in the sisterhood, but it came with the kids.
Right.
So we were passing kids. This sister would take care of this kid, sisters, and my kids end up going to my older sister for a while so that I could get myself together. So we were doing the same thing, and when your niece figured out that's what we were doing, she was like, "Oh, that's normal, ain't it?"
Yeah. In big families, it's like, look, I cannot deal with this. Can you deal with it? I got them. Bring them on over. So yeah. So that's how I ended up Shay being my baby sister. She was my baby and my sister at the same time. And she is a whole different animal. And then I was saying my girlfriends who met me and they met Cheryl, they're like, oh my gosh, Cheryl's turned it up 10 levels. And then there's me, and then there's Shay. And I said, I think she was adopted. I'm not sure, except we all look alike. So yeah, I just don't quite figure out what that thing is. So she would crack up right now, like, yeah.
Oh, she's probably on the floor right now, like, can't believe that you're telling the whole nation about.
No, she'd be like, you need to have me on there. I have to come and speak, because I have to let them understand why I was body slamming boys since I was 12. That's what she did for, just for enjoyment.
I did say to my sisters, and we got to go to break in about 2 minutes. I did say to my sisters that I do want to have all of my sisters on, and they will see, the oldest and the second oldest. I'm the third. And then there's my sister Vicky, who's right behind me, and then there's Erica and Stacy that's right behind her. So it's 6 girls. So that dynamic that you're talking about, it just goes with the territory.
Yeah.
Everybody has. I don't know how my mom and dad did it. Marvin and Winston Smiley are something else.
I have 2 contributions to this world. That's enough. I don't know. And it's funny, my dad, I'm definitely a daddy's girl. I never apologized for that. My mom encouraged the pride in our father because he was a hardworking man. He worked 2, sometimes 3 jobs. My mom stayed at home and took care of us. So she encouraged the love that we had for our dad. She was not jealous of it or anything, but we're definitely daddy's girls, right? So to this day, he's passed on. Yeah. But to this day, I've never had sex. I got 2 sons, but in his mind, I've never had sex. So, because he didn't want to imagine that. So I'm a daddy's girl. I'm going somewhere with this, y'all. Stay with me. So,
hold that thought though, because I don't want none of it to break up. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go to break. I gotta pay some bills.
yes, pay some bills, and we'll come back.
We'll come back. Listen, you guys, you don't want to miss what she's about to share with you. I told you, did I not tell you? She's the most honest, open female that has been on on virtual talks. And when I saw that, I said, oh my gosh, she's leveled up. I got to get her on. So you guys don't want to miss what she's about to share in our next segment. You're listening and watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll be right back.
Collection men's and women's wear has statement pieces or full head-to-toe custom design. It's the personal styling service customized to your fit, lifestyle, and budget. Hi, I'm Marion Boyd, CEO and your designer guide for success. Contact me at 770-402-0730 Eastern Standard Time from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. only. I'm on Facebook at Marion G. Boyd or Instagram at Marion_Collection1. Get in, my people, where you fit.
matter how hard you tried, things just still go wrong?
Many times.
What do you do?
I let go and let God.
All I'm asking from you is to bump up our credit limit to where it was.
It's declined.
We're experiencing some financial hardships at the moment.
You have 6 days to make payment.
I can't believe this is happening.
You know, I never asked you to pray with me.
It's you and me. We got this. God wants to help you, Peter.
Excuse me?
But you're not letting him in.
I did once. Last time we spoke, you took a man away from me I loved dearly. From that day, I swore to take matters into my own hands. But now I don't know what to do.
I know that you don't believe, but I will pray for you.
I love you so much.
Copy mo.
It was a miracle. You believe in miracles?
Listen, if you need me, you call me.
All of the angels in heaven are rejoicing. You gotta know that everything is gonna be okay.
Have you been sluggish, bloated, overweight? You could be toxic from your environment, food, and medications. It's time for a clean start. Come by or book online today.
Hey, this is Gina A. Towns on Real Talk that takes you higher. Level up. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
It's Dr. Morgan. Time to level up. Every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. We look forward to having you tune in.
Hi, this is George Vincent.
And Rick Irvin.
And we are the Heavenly Deposit Team, and
we need you to level up.
Hey, this is your girl, Joanna Hill McGill, Walmart's first Next Gospel Superstar winner. I need you to level up.
Hey, this is Jonathan Graham from Black Out the Box, and you're listening to Angee from the B, Mr. Scribe and Robin from NYC. Level up every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
And welcome back to Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome, welcome, welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, if you are watching us on Facebook, did you know that you can head on over to YouTube? Yes, we now have a YouTube, and we are doing a simulcast right now as we speak on our YouTube channel. But wait, I want you guys to know that we're only going to do this for a few more months. Very, very soon, we are going to be exclusively on YouTube. So my Facebook family, I want you guys to head on over to YouTube. Head on over to The Real Level Up. Yes, that's The Real Level Up on YouTube, and hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss what we got in store in these coming months, starting this summer. You guys see who we have on right now, right? This woman right here. And I want you guys, Pat, just for the sake of folks who are just now tuning in, tell them once again where they can find you, because Level Up Nation, she has a show that is out of this world. I watch it. And I don't watch a whole lot of shows. I'm not so into, watching shows and stuff like that. I got a lot of stuff I'm trying to do to serve you guys, Level Up Nation. But this one right here, she can distract me because she has. but her show is so dynamic, so real, so raw, and it's just if you guys want to laugh, oh my gosh, here she is. Where can they find you?
So on Sundays and Thursdays, 7, I usually do 7, around 7 on Thursday, and usually around 7:30 on Sunday nights. I'm doing it from the Facebook platform right now, but I'm kind of like Angee. I'm going to move to IG and some other platforms as well. But right now, my Facebook family loves just sitting in the living room and talking with me, or wherever I happen to be at the moment, poolside or wherever. I'll probably do it from Mexico this weekend. So anyway, yes, you can find me there. I'm Pat Nash on Facebook. I think I had 2 pages because I had more than 5,000 friends or whatever. So I think I have a pink hat on, Angee, I think on that one. And then I am on Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram. Yes. Trust me when I say we're about to do some huge things on the platform of Instagram because of what I do, because of the products that I offer and things that I do for people as a dream coach. I will tell you about that later. But go to Instagram, Pat by Design. And I'll explain that to you too, because a lot of people get confused, but how Pat by Design came up. So it's Pat Nash, Pat by Design on Instagram. I had to change it to Angee, you already know about this. I had a public page and I had to change it to private just for a minute until we get the stalker situation under control. I told you I was going to be real. So we get that under control, I can go back to public. But right now it's private on Instagram. So I can kind of monitor, me and my team can kind of monitor what's out there, and I can kind of move in a stealth position. So anyway, Pat by Design on Instagram and Pat Nash on Facebook. So yeah. Follow me, please.
Okay, so there you go, Level Up Nation. When you're done with Level Up, switch on over to Pat Nash.
They're like, okay, she should be tired by the end.
I know I'm gonna wear out today, y'all. She be like, y'all's on Level Up, and Angee done wore me out, so I'm gonna give y'all 30 minutes.
And it's usually fast anyway. I want to say the shortest has been like a 20-minute segment. It depends if I'm helping on business or we're talking about relationships or whatever's going on, or the longest is maybe an hour. Yeah. But it goes by so fast because I love sharing, especially if I know it's helping people. So I get lots of good feedback. If it's nothing but a distraction that makes you laugh, it's worth it to me. So I'm on there anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour. That'll be a lot more regulated. I have people coming on that are talking or sharing with me at times. So anyway, that's where I am, Pat by Design or Pat Nash.
Yeah, you guys, please check her out. I promise you will not be. It is not a waste of your time. I mean, Pat, literally, anything that when you come on, you're always sharing that someone can take away to make their life better.
Yeah,
that's
the point.
Yeah, and it's doing its thing. But we want to get back to this conversation that you. I'm gonna mute my mic, girl. Take it away.
It's utter foolishness, right? I think I was talking about the fact that I was a daddy's girl, and I think that's where I was, and that my contribution to society is to very beautiful, very handsome, very smart young men. And I stopped there. I had a speech by my dad. First of all, he didn't think I was having sex even after I had the kids. I think he didn't want to imagine me doing that because I'm his baby, right? So even though I was married, so my mom laughed about it all the time. She's like, dude, you got me pregnant 9 times. I mean, I'm having all these kids, but you don't want your daughters. He's like, they're not made like you. They're not made for this kind of stuff. And I don't want them.
He just didn't want to hear it at all.
Yeah, he didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to imagine it because with every child, it's like, oh, Lord, something must have happened. So anyway, he never wanted to imagine his daughters even having sex. And y'all understand that's what you have to do to have babies. So I had 2 sons. So anyway, I have 2 sons, and of course, you couldn't tell me anything. I'm like, look, I love love. Y'all gonna hear me say that consistently, so you know I'm not joking. I love love. I love the idea of love. I love hard. I love without apology. I love my friends. I love nature. I love the idea or the sanctity of a relationship. So I love love. There's absolutely nothing wrong with love. I've been married and divorced a couple of times. That's a long story. I'll tell you about that later. So, but I have lots of experience being married. And that's going to, you'll see how that pulls into what I love doing and a part of who I am. I am single. And the question always comes to me with you having a failed marriage. That's what some people call it. I call it a repositioning and readjusting. They're still my brothers. They're still my brothers.
Right.
I don't wish no harm on any of them, honestly. If they could handle it, I'd be friends with their wife. They can't handle it, but that's a whole nother thing. So anyway, I love love. There's nothing wrong with love. Love is perfect. Love is pure. Love is healing. It's all those things. So I love love. Yes, I will probably have a life partner again, a husband, whatever you want to call it, a life partner, or what do they call it? Not a situationship. That's not proper. But anyway, I will have one. And it'll come from making great choices and from the woman that I am now. So he is going to be, y'all already know, if I'm wearing a ring of a man, I'm just going to tell you this right now. If I'm wearing a ring of a man and I announce him as my husband or my fiance, y'all know he's a bad mamma jamma. I'm just saying it. Because he's going to have to be confident, because I know who I am now. And the benefit of that to a man to know who you are, they're not going to be they're not going to be second guessing, where's this woman coming from? You know, that's one of the men's biggest complaints. I don't know if I'm moving too fast into.
Girl, keep it going, because you got some comments coming in now already. I'm about to read
One of the men's biggest complaints is women don't know what they want. You know, like women don't know what they want. They just change it. We have a right to change our mind, because I'm telling you, changing your mind comes with growing and understanding who you are and what you will and what you won't put up with. So a lot of times we start with, in knowing what we want, we start with knowing what we don't want. Like a lot of people would tell you, I don't know what I want, but I definitely know what I don't want.
Oh,
and that's
say
a
that
good
more
starting
time,
point.
Pat, because I don't think people caught that.
Yeah.
Knowing what you don't want first, right?
Yes, yes, yes. And I've learned that with a couple of husbands. I'm just saying, don't judge me. I still believe in love and the idea of love and the fact that it is perfect. Everybody is different. I don't advocate getting married, having a domestic partner or partnership or whatever you want to call it. I don't advocate that for anyone. I'm just telling you, for me and who I am and who God made me, the universe or whatever you want to call it, who how my father designed me. I love love. I love the idea of love. I'm a dream coach, so I love bringing all the power and the talent that I have to my spouse and my partner and benefiting from that. Because remember now, I believe one can do some incredible things, but you put 2 people together, wow,
girl,
it's incredible. And I think that's why the scripture says that, Angee, that when a man finds a woman or a wife, he finds a good thing and obtains favor. People forget that part. And obtains favor from the Lord, because that favor is going to come with all that experience that woman has and how she perceives things and how she can, see things he can't see and get his back. So I think together, when it's put together right, it's nothing like it.
And I don't ever want to downplay, being singlehood, single parents.
No, I don't either.
And
I'm quite enjoying it. I want to say that. I'm quite enjoying that.
I was about to say, when you and I had our one-on-one, you said, girl, now let me tell you something now. This singlehood, I do love, my space and, not having to answer somebody right now. But on the other hand, Angee, it's this too. And what I was going to explain in that, and I've been married to my husband going on 26 years. Oh gosh, girl,
I was married to one of my husbands for 20-some years.
20-something years. I mean, because that's actually I'm at the point now, Pat, that I've lived longer with him
I'm sorry,
than
y'all.
not being married. And so what I love about, being married and having a part, that back and forth, that going, now he'll tell you like, no, Angee ain't like that. Angee just think for herself. Angee thinks for herself.
Right.
But there are things that I've learned a lot from him. And one, Pat, is how to love. Now, Torrance Scott is the very person that softened me up, because I was a tomboy, right? So he was the very person that helped me learn how to soften up and just not be, always raw. I gotta handle this, and I gotta. When I finally stepped back, Pat, and it took some other women in my life to understand that, Angee, step back. He's the man. He's the head of your household. He is the man of the, and you got 2 boys. So your boys have a representation of a man who leads the home.
Right.
Girl,
Right.
Pat, that took years, because what? I got to do what? Submit. What does that mean? But when I finally understood the godly way of submitting to my husband,
right,
I enjoyed my life. I mean, they literally, all of these, girl, I live in a, what I call it, son? I call it a dude ranch, because it's too much.
Right. That's how I felt. But you do feel special now. You feel like a queen, because it's not but one of you in the house. So you don't have to, fight for attention or any of that. The men will bring it.
Has shown my sons how to take care of a woman. So when they're watching their dad do that, I'm watching them do the same thing. And it fills me up. And I'm like, wow, okay, when you do submit to a real man of God, and you see how that looks and how that feels, you do want to go out and tell the world, like, hey, don't downplay marriage. There are actually good, godly marriages that work. Let's not throw marriages all the way out.
I agree. It's not the institution of marriage that doesn't work, and you will have people argue with me about this. And like I said, there's stages in your life where you're willing to argue with people about things. I'm not at that stage. If that works for you, go have it. I'm in such a peaceful spot right now. So if that is how you feel, come and talk to me later after you experienced a couple things. So for me, I do enjoy being in a relationship. And at this point, it don't have to be, I'm going to run up and get married. I did been there and done that. That's not the smartest thing to do, just because you have desires, and that is taught a lot of time, especially in Christendom, that if you have a desire, you need to hear them get married, because it's better to marry than to burn. But we are adults. Now, you don't go, 2 wrongs don't make a right. You don't go and make some bad decisions because you have not learned how to control some passions inside of you. You figure out how to work with it and control it. You don't run and get married because you have a desire for sex. I think that's crazy. But that happens. I promise you it happens. You ask people about that, hey, it happened. So loving love and understanding that it's perfect the way it is that there's not going to ever be a perfect person. Nobody's ever going to complete you. That is like I think that's like the worst thing you could say to somebody. Yes. He completes me. So I'm going to need you to be whole before you come with somebody, because that's the beginning of issues. I did premarital counseling. I did couples intensive counseling when couples were on the verge of getting divorced. Wow. And I've experienced it. So I will tell you this, there is no perfect person. There's going to be somebody perfect for you, because they can deal with your crazy. You can deal with their crazy. And you have that love and a desire and a commitment. It's all about a commitment.
That's it.
Hanging in there long after the feeling is gone. Yep. You guys, it's cyclical. You can't stand them this week or this year, and it might be a rough year, and then next year you're like, why? You wake up next to her and be like, now why did I do this? Yeah. She looks nothing and sounds nothing like the woman I married a year ago. That's when the commitment comes in. So, but it's cyclical. You'll experience that, and then you'll experience complete, like, oh my God, I'm so glad they're here, to, okay, am I losing my mind? They get on my nerves. I don't like the way they eat, the way they walk. Did they always look like that? So it comes in cycles, but it's a decision to love. Like you think about it, most of us had children that were sweet as pie when they were little, and they get older and you're having nightmares like, I think I killed my child in my dream, So the same thing with that person, that mother's son that you married, or that mother's daughter that you married, that is working your last nerve. You decide to love them anyway. It's a decision. So until that decision is about to uh, until that decision is about to take you under with your peace or your health or any of that, then you might have to make another decision. I have repented before and accepted the what I felt was the only option is a written divorce, because it was either I won't say jail or hell. That's so awful to say that. But you realize you made a mistake. And somebody very, very wise told me that it might take a second, or it might take you 6 months or 3 months to make a mistake, choosing somebody for the wrong reason because you didn't have enough information. You know how it is. You're married to the representative and you realize, dang, this is not even the same person that I married. So you have a decision to make. And I'm not advocating divorce, but let me tell you something. Sometimes we make decisions based on information we have at the time, and it's a bad decision. It's not even a good decision. Yes, God can honor things. Yes, sometimes he's like, repent and change that. And so I'm in a place where I don't judge people by decisions they make. I think some people give up too soon. Yes. And I think some people don't give up soon enough. So if that's a cop out, call it what it is. Each man has to have their own decision. You're the CEO of your own life. I believe that with everything in me.
That's true.
I teach dream coach, follow your dream, follow your passion. You have a gift, you have a purpose, or you would not ever have made it past the past the conception stage. A lot of them don't make it, but you would not have made it past the conception stage if you didn't have a purpose and it was not a plan for who you are.
Right.
And your contribution to the world. So I always encourage people to find it as a dream coach, because it took me a long time. I knew it was in there. I knew it. So, but a lot of times in life, our bad choices and our bad decisions keep us from seeing it or keep us from responding to what our purpose is.
But but also is that laced with fear as well? Because some people will go right into doing something that they know. I've had several of my friends that said I was walking down the aisle and knew it was the wrong decision. And so,
but you already paid for the dress and everybody's there for the party. Been there, done that.
Wow.
Been there, done that.
I ask them, well, did you marry marriage or did you marry the person?
Marriage, the idea of marriage. Because what a lot of people don't understand is sometimes as women, you guys, I'm just going to keep it real. Sometimes as women, we've been taught they'll ask us the question, you ain't married yet? You don't have no babies yet? Like that's the only thing that defines you. Oh. And that is so unfair. In error. That is so wrong.
Yeah.
So you'll make a decision quickly because somebody chose you. Not that you chose that person. Because somebody chose you. And I have good people in my ear that help me with these kind of things. So I'm going from experiencing some things, and then from sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. So people are sitting outside and they're looking at you and they're watching you make these mistakes. But guess what? We're all grown. So there's only so much they can do. But once you come out of the forest and you're looking at the trees, you can see everything a little bit clearer. But when you're in it, sometimes you don't see it. So a lot of times we choose somebody because they chose us, not because we know that's the perfect person for us, but they chose us and we feel honored. And it's like, who else is going to choose me? Ain't nobody else doing this. Maybe I just don't see it. Maybe this is the person, God chose for me, because he said when a man finds a wife, but the man can find a wife that's not his. So you just have to make sure that's your husband and not somebody else's. So
Pat, hold that thought. I gotta go to break. See, I told you, girl, these breaks. I knew it. I knew it. Okay, stick a pin in that one because you've gotten a lot of people. I want to actually read some of the comments that you have been getting to having this conversation. And look, ladies and gentlemen, even Pat and I said we can go in so many directions with our conversation because she is just full of wisdom. And not only that, you're sitting in front of someone who is willing to share her life, share her experience so that you guys don't make the same mistakes. So do one more favor. Please hit that share button, ladies and gentlemen. Please hit that share button. If you're on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. And there is a share button in there too. Share this information with your family and friends. You don't want them to miss. Hey, I got another hour and a half with Pat Nash. You saw that, Pat? See how fast it went?
I know. Oh my God.
We got another hour and a half with Pat Nash, guys. Get them on so they can ask their question directly to her while we have her on. You're listening and watching Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll be right back.
Something about you takes me away. Your glow, you shine every day, right? Relaxing like we're in an oasis. Ooh, there's no fuss and no fight. There's no wrong, it's alright with you. So when I'm with you, girl, it feels like paradise. Oh, yeah. It's that look in your eyes lets me know. Say, girl, I know that it's love. It's the light of love. Yeah, so delightful love. Take a flight on love. It takes me away. It's the light of love. It's so delightful love. It's the lightness of love. Oh, some call it cloud nine, but I prefer to call it your presence. Oh, some say they falling in, but there's no tripping when you're in heaven. Oh, there's no fuss and no fight. There's no wrong, it's alright with you. So when I'm with you, girl, it feels like paradise. Oh, it's that look in your eyes lets me know. Sing, girl, I know that it's love. It's the light of love. So delightful love. Take a flight on love. It takes me away. It's the light of love. It's so delightful love. It's the lightness of love. And I see the light. So delightful love. Take a flight on love. It takes me away. It's the light of love. It's so delightful love. It's the light. It's the lightness of love. La 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 la. It's love. Oh, I can't help you say la 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 la. Say it's love. It's the lightness of love. Love. speak life in every way. In every way. Let the people see. Let them see. And make sure you know you're right. Oh, when you speak.
Introducing Rain Premium Sanitary Napkin. Rain has an innovative design that is made with a strip infused with Nobel Prize-winning material, graphene. The infused graphene strip may provide various health benefits that potentially help relieve painful abdominal cramps, help balance the body's pH, help eliminate harmful bacteria, help with aroma, help fight fatigue, boost metabolism, boost immune system. Graphene moves heat away from your core and contains vibrational energy. In this test, we will add water to the graphene strip and then place a 7-watt light bulb onto the strip to demonstrate the level of energy contained. These medical claims have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All results may vary. Protect the most precious jewel in the world, you. For more information, contact the person who referred you to this video. Rain is exclusively designed by Jewel Sanitary Napkins, LLC.
What you want, baby, I got what you need. You know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you get home. Hey, baby, when you come home, darling, I'm every woman. It's all in me. I can read your thoughts right now. Everyone from A to Z.
Someone Cares of Atlanta is a nonprofit 501c3 community-based organization providing holistic health and wellness with locations in Marietta and Metro Atlanta. Our qualified behavioral health professionals provide extensive counseling and treatment in substance abuse, mental health, and opioid addiction. Someone Cares offers a variety of services, and our professionals are waiting to serve you. We are not just an agency, we are a friend.
Unveiled Treasures Bookstore. We offer a variety of items: church supplies, homeschool resources, music, books, and gifts. Our free ministry partners online affiliate program provides a collection of Christian resources. Unveiled Treasures. Exquisite jewels to enrich your soul.
It's your girl, Dr. Monique Frazier, owner of Prestige Decor and More. Let's level up on Sundays, 3 to 6 p.m. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
Hey guys, vibe with Mr. Scribe on Level Up.
Hey, it's Goddess, and it's time to level up. Every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
This is Allison Feliciano. Listen or watch Level Up each and every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. Keep it locked right here.
And welcome back to Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, everyone who is watching us on Facebook, I want you guys to head on over to YouTube, to our YouTube channel. We are doing a simulcast right now as we speak, and we'll be doing that for another couple of months, but very, very soon we will be going exclusively on YouTube. So head on over there now everyone, get yourself set up, established, hit that subscribe button, because each and every Sunday that we go live, that will send you a notification that we are live and well. All right, you guys, let's get right back into our conversation with Miss Pat Nash. And what we are talking about, please forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. Someone just said, Angie, what you talking about? Powerful partnerships. Powerful partnerships, ladies and gentlemen. And let me just say this. We are talking about a number of subjects, but when you find someone who is just amazing through and through, just, her life, y'all see how gorgeous she is, right? Look at you guys in person. What I saw in person, I was like, oh my God, the girl is drop dead gorgeous. I was like, when you hear her whole story, ladies and gentlemen, and this is why I love having her on the show. She has made a commitment just to be honest, real, and raw. So before I went to break, I said to all of my people that are on Facebook and even on YouTube, hit that share button. You don't want any of your family and friends to miss what we got in store for the next hour and a half. Okay, listen, we got her just for an hour and a half. She says she's a life coach. I'm sure she is sharing some information, some nuggets for that cousin of yours that you said, oh, I wish somebody would talk to him. Here she is. So, Pat, you have blessed us thus far. That first hour and a half has been amazing and powerful. Girl, what do you have in store for us for this next hour and a half, girl?
Oh my gosh. That went so fast. It's all your fault. But
well, I want to give some people a shout out because, girl, look, Mary Goolsby has already. She said,
"Hey, Mary,
I know her.
I love Mary."
Mary is another powerhouse, ladies and gentlemen. She don't know this, but I'm trying to get her on too, Pat. But Mary's probably like, "What? No, you ain't."
Yeah.
But I don't know if you knew this. The very first artist that we represented on this show when we came on, that's her son, Mike Jeezy.
I don't doubt it. Love their family. Of course, I was in ministry at the same church she was in. She was in at the time. I'm not sure where she is now, but
where you at, Mary?
Yes. My ex-husband and I served at that church that she was a part of, so I know her heart. Good people. I know her babies. So that's why I said, Mary. Oh yeah. Okay. Small world. I love you, sister.
Oh my gosh, she's been a great supporter of the show. And when we found out about her son, I want to say this to you, Pat, and to anybody that's a newcomer listening. We here at Level Up, we are supporting the independent artists. So the person who just heard, his name is Alvin Garrett, out of Birmingham, Alabama, my hometown, and he is a band member of Ruben Studdard. And so when I finally got to know this dynamic brother, oh my gosh, I'm trying to have him on in June or maybe in September when I have my singers, independent artists. That's what we're going to do for September, ladies and gentlemen. But not only that, until we get up to September, are supporting the independent artists. So when Mary came with her son, she sent us, her videos, because that's what we're doing, Level Up Nation. We're doing music videos for that independent artist to get them out there, because terrestrial radio is a mother. I know it because I represent two artists, by the way, three. Oh gosh, it goes up. I represent an artist. Let me just put an S on it. And we were trying to make radio, and it's hard to do. So part of the reason why me and my business partner, shout out to my business partner, we started this show just for that. We were like, look, it was hard for us to get on radio. Girl, let's just start one. Hello.
That's the way it happens, though.
Pat, once we made a commitment to that independent artist, these amazing projects have been coming across our desk.
Yep.
One is Mike Jeezy. He's got several songs. He's got a new one that's out as well. You guys check him out. I'm typing in their information in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. So all you guys got to do is hit that link and head on over to their page. Let's support the independent artists. especially the ones that have these great projects that you don't hear on radio. So we've got maybe another 2 or 3 I want you guys to check out. And that's the first thing that we put out is that independent artist song. And Kia was just one that we put up. I can't remember the other one but we've got several that's going to be throughout the show. Let's support the independent artists, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. Our dollars count. So going into the rest of our show. Pat, what you got for us? Look, you guys, I don't even have to ask the question because Pat can actually take over the show.
No, I'm making myself a note because I have a very good friend who just launched his business, actually promoting independent artists. So I'm definitely going to connect the two of you together. That's another thing I've just always been able to do is network people. I'm a networker by trade. That's how I pay my bills. And so I network people. I believe in supporting businesses that definitely support mine and that, like you said, our dollars matter and we're a community of supporters. When you're a networker, you're a community of supporters. You have a talent or gift and someone else has a different one. You use theirs, they use yours, and it just works. It really works. So I just made myself a note so I wouldn't forget. Please. To have him send you. And I'm going to get off of this marriage thing. By the way, powerful partnerships do include marriages because you can be unequally yoked in a relationship just as well as a business deal. And so we are going to talk about that. And funny, Angee, I think I told you this.
Yeah.
I'm a dream coach. I've alluded to it a couple times. And what a dream coach does, of course, I'm going to encourage you not to stop dreaming. And dreaming not like you're going to sleep and having, good dreams or bad dreams, but dreaming about what you want it to be or what you want to do in life. I don't care how old you are. You're never too late to follow that. Because if you're not following that, you're just existing. And then your gift is tied to someone else's. I believe that. And so if you're not doing what you need to do, think about what Angee said. When she started stepping out on faith and creating that platform, people start coming out of the woodwork. They wouldn't have her platform had she not stepped out and done that. So I really encourage people to dream. I don't just encourage you to dream and do the hype up that I really believe that you can do anything that you want to do. That's how God designed us. Our brain is incredible and we never tap into it. I'm sorry, we lull it to sleep, watching TV videos, watching other people live their dreams. And we're not going after ours. So I encourage people to go after their dreams, but I take it a step further. I help them I help them monetize it. So whether it's figuring out how to market it, how to brand it, how to connect you with finances to fund it, that is me. And because I've networked so much, I know people who do all of these things. I don't have to do everything. I don't have to be good at anything but sitting here talking, entertaining, encouraging you to live your best life. And I decided that after I was divorced some years ago, I made the mistake of jumping right back into a relationship and getting married within probably days of getting divorced, like officially divorced. That's a whole nother story, y'all. I gotta write a book. On marriage and relationships. It's very entertaining, but I must say you are educated as well. My mentors, people I follow, they'll tell you really, really quickly. I've documented a couple of quotes. You're gonna hear them all the time. I love love, and sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. You only lose if you don't learn, and I've learned a lot. And all I want to do is share what I learned, good and bad, over being married for several years, being in ministry. So I have the church side and the non-church side, and the young bride and the too old to be making crazy mistakes bride. All of that experience shouldn't go to waste. So I want to start sharing that information with people, whether it's by book or video, just sitting up and talking to you in the evening, by any means necessary, I want to remember, I love love. I believe in love. So I would love nothing more than for you to connect with someone who loves you, even if it's just you. We don't do self-love enough. You ask somebody, name the perfect person, or name somebody you know loves you. They'll start naming everyone else. They won't name themselves. That should be the first person. I love me. And that's learning how to do that, because I've been keeping records of all the mistakes I've made and some of the choices that weren't so popular, straight up to the point where I am right now as an adult woman. First time ever living on my own, taking care of myself. It's exciting, it's scary, it's new, all of that. But I'm here for it. I mean, what's the alternative, right? Check out, don't live, don't enjoy life. That's not an option for me. So I'm appreciative. I think one of the benefits of coming of age and understanding who you are is being grateful. Good times, bad times, just be grateful, because trust me, there's a lot of people who would rather exchange your spot for theirs. So I'm here for it. I'm here for the struggle. I'm here for the victories, the laughs. I mean, I used to say, if it's not fun, I ain't doing it. It's a lot of things I do that's not fun, but I make it fun. And so that's what my sister was talking about when she asked me to come on. You guys, I was a young bride. I probably experienced a lot of yucky things that a lot of young women experienced. Made it through that, survived good times and bad times in a marriage relationship. Mind-blowing stress and drama. All of that. I only have an hour and a half, so I can't tell you everything. But what I can say is, when you look at women or people, women, men, whoever, and you say, wow, they're doing so great, you never really know what's underneath, what they've come through to get where they are. I never compare myself to anybody, because everybody's story is different.
Different, yeah.
Yeah, when you start comparing, you lost already.
Wow.
I'm telling you, because
good point.
You've lost. You agree, Angee?
I know, I do. That's a good point, and it's really the reason why I started this show, because remember, when I was sat and talked with you, Pat, I said, Pat, you know, the passion that I have is that I talk to so many people that have these amazing stories that they're talking to me about it, right? But sometimes I can convince them, like, do you mind, you know, sharing that with more people? Because what you went through will help somebody else not to go through that, and perhaps they can kind of skip over that and make a better choice in marriage and finance, and how, you know, how you choose a job, how you choose a car. You know, do you want kids now or later? Do you want that dog? You know, so I love just, you know, people who are willing, like yourself. And this is what I love about you, Pat. You're speaking from experience, and you don't mind sharing with your audience. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you're just now joining us, she has a show, actually one that you can tap into right after Level Up. That what I love about you, Pat, and what kept me engaged with you is that you're sharing your experience with us, with your audience. It's not like you read it from a book and what I understand and what I've read. No, Pat, you're saying, hey, y'all, this is what I did. This is what happened to me. But let me tell you. And so I'm engaged, Pat, because you're speaking from experience, and so many of us have experiences, and if we're just willing to share it with one another, where will we be, Pat?
So much further along. I wish somebody would have, I know you couldn't tell me nothing, but somebody should have shook me, sit down. I don't know. And I get it, because, you know, as people, you respect everybody's decision. But if I can just share something to have people second guessing bad decisions, or saying, hey, I haven't blown it. It's not over for me. I can still go do something. Because if I can be perfectly candid, I tell you, the blessing in leaning and counting on someone is the semi-rest you get. Because marriage and relationships, you guys, those of you who are single and so want a partner, I think that's wonderful. But it definitely doesn't fix everything. It really is stressful. I think Angee alluded to the fact that as a strong woman who knew what she want, you have to be able to sit back and let somebody else drive and not even be a front seat driver. You know how hard that is?
Ooh,
Like,
girl.
I had to come up with ways. You guys, this is not deception. Don't send me no texts and tell me I'm wrong. But what I had to do is come up with ways to support my spouse and help him, guide him to where I knew he needed to be, because at the time he was not a team player. He sometimes the biggest thing that the enemy does, listen to me couples, the biggest thing that the enemy does is make your partner think you're the enemy.
Ooh,
You're
girl,
never the enemy.
He said it
The
again.
enemy is the enemy. So he has you warring at each other, because if y'all come together, oh my God, there's nothing you can't do. So a lot of times he makes that person, and it's usually the fellas, usually the guys, he makes the guys think it's that woman you gave me. She's driving me crazy, or she's not letting me be great. And then you start competing, and it feels like a competition and a battle, and everything is a fight. That's the hard part in when you bring two people who have different backgrounds together. Now, let me give you the good part.
Okay.
Like, I work hard. I'm learning new stuff. There's so much technology out here to do everything you need to do. You know, I offer health and wellness products, so I'm testing stuff. I'm trying to be a product of the product. I'm trying to help people I see that are going down the wrong way do something different. That's hard. So I'm learning all these things. And sometimes I'm speaking for me. I'm not speaking for y'all. Some people don't need nobody. They're happy. They're good. I'm talking about how I'm made. Sometimes I just want to come home and lay on his chest, or just have him put his arms around me just for a minute to know everything's going to be okay, and I get up and fight another day. So sometimes you want that even as a strong person, woman, man, I don't care. I'm careful not to say as a strong woman, this is what I want, because men want that too. When they enter the door, or men or women, when they enter the door, this should be the sanctuary. They don't want to come here and fight. It's enough fight out there. So we have to figure out some kind of way to make this a peaceful setting where you can share honestly. Things ain't going right. We need to be able to share it honestly. But somehow still at the end of the day, table some stuff. Everything ain't got to be fixed right now. Table some stuff for a later conversation, so that if you know that person has like just got their butt kicked outside and they come in the door, there got to be some peace somewhere. It's a hard thing. In my marriage, at one point, I would drive around the block a couple of times. I would just meander in the store because there was no peace. I wasn't in a hurry to go into that environment. When you had a stressful day and you know it's more stressful to go home. Sometimes have you seen people sitting in their car outside their house or in the garage?
Yes.
It's like you don't even want to face what you know you got to face. Yeah. And me, I make decisions sometimes like this. So it wasn't always their fault. I make decisions sometimes like this, and they'd be like, dang, now they said we wasn't spending no more money right now. And the stress that I had made me go in that store and buy something because I felt better. So now I got to go home.
Let me clear something up, because my neighbors see me sitting in my car. Hold on. Let me explain. I live in a dude ranch, and sometimes I'm talking on the phone, and I come in the house, and it's like, whoo. Okay. So
it's not always a bad thing. Like,
it's not a bad thing.
I have a girlfriend that lives alone, and sometimes she stops and sits in her car, finishes her conversation, does whatever she needs to do, write notes, because again, it may not be bad, but you know you got something else that transitions you when you get home.
When I get home,
yours was noise and all the stuff that's going on, and they still pull on you. Like when you're a parent, whether you're a male or female, your family will pull on you. So sometimes it's not a bad thing. Like, oh my gosh, we're getting ready to go fight, but sometimes you'll see people sitting in the car trying to get their mind or their thoughts together. Keep in mind now, I share this a lot on my talks. When I'm saying stuff, I'm giving my personal testimony. Like, and I have a girlfriend all the time, and she'll be like, and you don't know how old Pat is. Pat is so and so, and she's been through this. I'm like, wait a minute, give your own testimony, okay? Give your own testimony. Let me give mine. So I'm not telling you when you see that it's always that. I'm giving you my personal testimony that I would drive that block. I would go to my local sports bar and eat, even though I know he had cooked at home. I didn't want to eat his food. I was mad at it. Ooh. So all that stuff, do guys do this stuff? I've been accused of being a dude. Do guys do this stuff? I know she could.
I have heard that guys do that stuff, but hold that thought, because I want to jump right back into this, because once again, girl, you blowing up my Facebook. You blowed them up. But listen, when we come back, I'm going to give you some of these comments once again, Pat, because there's just some people that just want to, give you a shout out and give you an amen, high five. Thank you, girl. Can you say that again? Girl, look. Wow. Keep it real. We're going to continue to keep it real with Pat, you guys, on the other side of this break. You're listening and watching Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll be right back.
We about to fly. We about to soar across the sky. Just be chill. Come on, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is PROMISSLAND Ministry FIRE on the MIC Cross Legacy. You blood boy, you kin to me. His blood brought adoption agency for the Lord's cause. When the Lord forced conspiracy, the Lord talked to the black sheep. It's just been Gene dying cause your color. Son dying for a mother. Cain killed his brother, but we still able. Put your heart on the table. Put your head in the halo. Helping hand to amigo. Quote the word when you feel low. And just fly. Soar across the sky. Because if you lay down and die, they gonna say you never stood for nothing. When the devil was bluffing, you cussing and struggling. Now cops handcuffing, stuffing you, pushing you in the car to take a ride. When you make bail, boy, I'm telling you, boy, you better fly. Soar across the sky, not how you begin. All about the way you tarry and carry while you pray and slay. From Monday to Sunday, for the finale, when you gone, it's grass greener on the cemetery lawn. Be about that life. About that gospel, disciples living never die. FLY.
Fly. Let eagles spread your wings, take off and fly. Fly. Soar across the sky. Fly.
Steel bars couldn't hold her. Fire flames couldn't burn her.
Let eagles spread your wings, take off and fly. Fly. Soar across the sky. Fly.
Bars couldn't hold her. Fire flames didn't burn her. Steel bars couldn't hold her. Fire flames couldn't burn her. Allow me to take this time and learn you something, youngin'. Ain't no future in frontin', your future in front of you. Who are you frontin' for? Transparency is the forefront of what's possible. Thugs turn to apostle. Streets on the pulpit, the realest thing I ever seen. Go ahead and fly, best of both worlds. Get the best out of you when you call. Too blessed for stress, too anointed for disappointment, too endowed to act how, too sanctified to believe the devil lies, too slain to feel any pain, too much favor to be on the naughty list, too much discernment to let you pick my gift, too prayed up to let my flesh mess it up, too many brothers and sisters in Christ to feel like I ain't got no family, holy rolling with me, I'm about to fly, set the sky aflame, holy fire dragon, breathing on folks' pain, filled with propane, living water is heated, hot tea for the hot topic, can't top his performance, or fit my God into a locket, get the picture, 1 million prophets take flight, 100 million prophecies manifest, ancestry.com, bloodline, loyalty, you better fly.
So like eagles, spread your wings, take off and fly, fly, soar across the sky, fly.
Steel bars couldn't hold her, fire flames couldn't burn her.
So like eagles, spread your wings, take off and fly, fly,
couldn't burn her.
Kim Ikemia Arrington is a career empowerment speaker, business strategist to career professionals, and employed entrepreneurs who are building their businesses while working demanding full-time job as well as a visionary event producer. She is on a mission to help the massive take career control by positioning them to transition into careers, businesses, and life they love on their terms. Kim certainly affirms that you can love your Mondays by doing only the work you desire and enjoy. Who says you can't love your Mondays? Kim affirms that you most certainly can.
My name is Rodney Damon Collins. I'm an actor, producer, author, and speaker. I'm excited to share my first book entitled Shattered: A Journey Through the Pieces. I wrote this book because there are millions of people like me in this world who are searching for purpose while navigating emotional distress. This book is for anyone who wants to be the producer of their own life. The reader will be encouraged to know that if they, 1, keep God first, 2, learn how to make peace with the pieces in our lives, and finally 3, never deter from your dreams, that you will see your purpose fulfilled. I love you, and go grab this book on Amazon.com, Shattered: A Journey Through the Pieces.
Nothing excites me more than to see children read the books that I illustrated and helped bring to life. You know, it's the process from start to finish, and you know, at the finish line, you see the children smiling and excited and sharing the stories with other children about, you know, an image or a book that they read. Another thing that gives me joy is working with new and upcoming writers, people who have all these stories that they want to tell and, you know, things that they want to share with the world, you know, just like, you know, me wanting to express myself as an artist and, you know, share my expressions. You know, people are doing the same thing with their stories, and to help, I feel like I'm helping making their dream come true.
Hey, this is Nolan Holloway, aka Mr. Scribe. Just letting you know that I have 3 books of poetry that's available on Amazon.com. So when you get a chance, go to Amazon.com, look up Nolan P. Holloway Jr., not Mr. Scribe, and pick up one of my books for your enjoyment. Peace.
Marion Collection men's and women's wear has statement pieces or full head-to-toe custom design. It's the personal styling service customized to your fit, lifestyle, and budget. I am Marion Boyd, CEO and your designer guide for success. Contact me at 770-402-0730 Eastern Standard Time from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. only. I'm on Facebook at Marion G. Boyd or Instagram at Marion_Collection1. Get in, my people, where you fit in.
Speak life in every way, Let the people see, let them see, and make sure you know you're right. Oh, when you speak.
This is Marion Boyd with Marion Collection, real talk that takes you higher, level up, on Sundays from 3 to 6 p.m. It's ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
What's up, y'all? Troy Lance here. It's time to level up. Check them out every Sunday from 3 to 6.
Hey, this is Melly coming at you from the Camp Transformation Center in Davie, Florida, and I need you to level up. Tune in every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
It's your boy, Mark Buddington, a.k.a. Money Mark. Let's level up on Sundays from 3 to 6 p.m. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories. Yeah.
And welcome back to Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome, 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 everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. I just want to welcome all those people that are just tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, especially on Facebook. But I want to give you guys one other platform that I want you guys to head on over to. The Real Level Up on YouTube. head on over to YouTube, you guys. You can find us once again as The Real Level Up. Hit that subscribe button, but not only that, please hit share. I know that there's one person who went from Facebook to YouTube. I want to give a shout out to Daniel Darden. What's up, Sticks? Hey, I see you, brother. He was saying, girl, he heard that last subject, and he said, the car is the quietest area. Peaceful. You're right, Sticks. It is the most peaceful place that Sticks knows everything about my house. It is a dude ranch. I finish my conversation. Normally it's a business conversation because all these guys that are in my house will either they're loud or they're wanting to talk to me as soon as I get in this house. So my neighbors, if you're watching this show, I'm sitting in my car trying to finish up a conversation. Torrance and I are not yelling and arguing yet. Anyway, we're having a real, raw, and realistic conversation with Miss Pat Nash. Yes, the topic of our discussion is powerful partnerships. So, Pat, just based on what we were talking about before, I hate it, Pat. I hate like cutting you off. Even Grace was like, "Girl, I can see why you were having a hard time trying to shut her up because you got to go to break." I don't want to. But let me tell you guys, she has a show, commercial free, where you guys can listen to her. Gosh, Pat, an hour is not enough for your show as well. She has an amazing show, you guys. Pat, tell them where they can find you for those who just joined us.
Go to Facebook. I'm on there as Pat Nash. I think you'll see there's another page, but I'm on the one with the pink hat on. And then I'm on Instagram under Pat by Design. And I am going to be switching a lot more to going live on Instagram. But right now, my Thursdays and Sunday nights are on Facebook because it's more of a personal conversation that I'm just having like now. And that's my Facebook setup. Whereas my Instagram is a lot of my business stuff that I do, the health and wellness, the wealth, all of the stuff that I do. I'm going to like really kind of keep that separate. Okay. So yeah, that's where I am now. So go and definitely on Instagram. I just started going there, Angee. I was like Facebook. I have like 2 pages with 5,000. I mean, I'm just used to it. Sometimes you're used to things so you don't switch over. But I know Instagram is a better platform if you're selling things or you're offering something where people can go and buy from you and you get more sales and business stuff from Instagram. So I'm really trying to move over there and do a lot more of that. So go and it's not friend me on Instagram. Go and follow me on IG. It's going to be some incredible things that I'll be doing over there. And it's under Pat by Design. Okay. So yeah, that's how you get me.
Okay. Oh, so, we can talk about relationships all day, night long. Ladies and gentlemen, when her and I got together, we're like, girl, what are we going to talk about? Girl, we can talk about a rock. And people will sit there and listen because, Pat, you're just full of, I don't want to say just full of information, but you're full of experience of life and willing to share. And that is what draws people to you, Pat. So, you guys, you don't want to miss what she's doing on Facebook and Instagram. Check her out. But let's get into now, Pat. We got one more hour. Girl, it's going by fast. I'm trying to get it all in. Pat, you have started companies with an S. And I want people to, just start from top to bottom because, as I said in the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, she has now turned her passion into purpose. So let me set this up, Pat, because I love talking about this about you. Ladies and gentlemen, she has this before and after picture. And Pat, when I saw that thing, I was like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because your before and after picture, I know it's a younger picture of you, Pat, but you look younger now than the younger picture. And I'm like, Pat, what the heck are you doing? Girl, you look good. Pat, please tell my listening and viewing audience about everything that you're doing that make you look younger than you did 10 years ago.
Okay. So So, thank you, Angee. I appreciate that. You guys always talk about following your dreams. Now, I'm not going to go the long way, but I am going to tell you that a lot of things that we do in life, or because something tragic happened or something bad happened to us, y'all know I'm a daddy's girl. I don't apologize for that. My mom is not slighted in the bit. So, I'm a daddy's girl. When my dad passed away from complications of diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and all these things, my mom, they had been together like most of her life, over 50 years when he passed away. And so it wasn't long after that she died from some of the same things, complications of diabetes, the medication that they put you on to treat that. It doesn't cure it, and all those things. And so I started moving to like a more natural way to do things. I'm not saying my eating is the purest, or I'm only eating the best things. I make a effort now, but what I didn't want to do is repeat the cycle. I've seen it too much, diabetes, heart disease, and there are ways to prevent that. So I only take supplements and things that make that better. So what you're seeing, I'm excited about. What you're seeing is, this is 2021, right before the pandemic hit. I want to say December of 2019. It may have been January, February. I mean, like right before the pandemic started becoming evident, because I just believe it was here prior. But when it started becoming evident in February and March of last year, I had started just trying, not like full out blasting, being an advocate or distributor of the products. So I started trying these all natural organic products, right?
Okay.
And turmeric, collagen, hyaluronic acid, medicinal mushrooms, all of these wonderful things that I was getting here and here and here. And as a single woman, I have a picture on one of my Facebook pages, and I wish I had shared this, but I had a picture on one of my Facebook pages where I had like a whole cabinet full of stuff. And I was spending, I didn't even realize it, I was probably spending between $230 and $240 a month consuming all that stuff. And then I would forget. And then, I took this, but I didn't take that. So when I found out I could get all that stuff in 3 capsules, like 1 in the morning and 2 at night, I'm like, it's too good to be true. I'm not telling nobody until I started trying it. So what you saw was a picture of me that year prior when I left Dallas and moved back to Atlanta. Yeah. Y'all, here goes this candid part. You can't, I'm just telling stuff that people shouldn't be telling. I'm over 50. I stopped telling people the exact age because it's intimidating. So I'm over 50, right? And most people don't know that or don't think that. And I'm like, I need to start taking care of my body because I saw what happened to the people I love, how they deteriorated with these diseases they say are hereditary because we eat the same thing. That's why it's hereditary. So I saw them starting to deteriorate, and thinking now I could still have them here had they really took serious what it takes to stay healthy. But we're not taught that. So I started educating myself, and so now I'm a preacher. People be like, oh Lord, what she got now? I don't care. So when I am 70 and running or still running and hang gliding like some of my sisters and parasailing, then they're going to be trying to listen and it's going to be too late. Anyway, so I started drinking teas, and I started taking those 3 tablets. I started drinking a tea that is called an anti-aging, anti-inflammatory tea. So that's what I've been doing for about a year. And I loved it so much that I went online and became a distributor. So I'm like, hey, if I'm buying it, I might as well sell it. It'll pay for my stuff. Little did I know it would pay for my stuff and my living and my vacation I'm going on at the end of the month. Whole nother thing. The company's like, thank you, you're doing a good job. Go to Mexico for a couple days. So that's how I make a living, but it's not about selling it, guys. What I love about anything that I do, I'm a tattletale. I'll tell you. Y'all gonna learn this. If it's something that's working for me, I will tell you. That's how I discovered and tapped into people who can take your personal credit from a 485 to a 740 personal testimonies. I'm not talking about stuff I don't know. And I'm not ashamed to say it, because a lot of people are ashamed to say it, and you don't get help when you're ashamed to say it, and other people don't get help knowing. People think that there's nothing they can do. When I reached out to my girlfriend, there's other people I had paid, and they weren't doing it. Right. And I was fresh out of a divorce. Y'all know divorces kill credit. Most families and couples live off of 2 incomes. When one goes away and you got to move and you got to start all over again, some things fall through the loop if you're not prepared. And who is ever prepared for craziness? So being perfectly transparent, my credit scores was trash. I was thinking, because of what I've been taught. Now, y'all see how I'm shifting from health to wealth. What I've been taught was, if it gets so bad, just go bankrupt. Just file bankruptcy. So she's like, no, we're not going to do that. That's 10 years on your record. Yes, you might be able to get some relief or whatever, but you will never know what it took to get you there and how to keep it good if you don't start there. So instead of doing that, from 1 year to just doing the work, I don't like to do the work either. I don't like to do paperwork. Thank God people will do that for you. So allowing somebody to do that and learning and educating myself, I went from those 5s, or one of them dipped below 5, but like a 487 or something horrendous. But going from there all the way to over a 700, to where you can walk in and just sign your signature with no docs and get what you need to survive, was like a dream come true for me. So I don't know where everybody else is. But what I've been taught was just file bankruptcy, and if you got enough cash, you don't need credit. Y'all listen to me.
Come on.
The power is getting that credit straight. I'm telling you, there's nothing more powerful. You can go get cash with credit, but you can't get credit like that with cash. So why not have a way to put your hands on other people's money if you need it? Even if you do have cash, have your credit straight. So I don't sell credit. I don't do credit repair, but I know people who do. This is part of my network, y'all. I'm helping you. And then Miss Angee was telling you guys, I have my own businesses. I have Alpha Plus Consulting, which does business consulting, because I felt like it was so powerful. Did you know it's a difference between business credit and corporate credit? Business credit requires, yes, business credit requires looks at your personal score and all your personal stuff for you to be able to get it. But there is this little jewel called corporate credit that you can build that has nothing to do with your personal social, but it's a whole entity of its own that opens up even more money to you. Yes. People who help me with my personal, help me get my business, is building my corporate. And you guys, when I'm telling you, I'm going to have to buy one of those little pallets of credit cards just for my corporation. My corporation's going to be buying my cars. My corporation's going to be funding my travel. That's when you know you're in a different game. You're in a whole different ball game. And when I tell you the pride that you get in knowing that your personal stuff is together, and then you have a whole business entity that is not tied to Pat at all, that is working, productive, and now you can start figuring out ways to put your money to work for you, it's incredible. I have 3 things written on my board. I wish y'all could see it in front of me. I believe in vision, in writing, doing dream casting and vision, and seeing something and plotting your day in your mind before you start doing it. It's 3 things I believe, if you have them together, it completes your whole life. That's health, wealth, and love. Y'all know I love love, so I couldn't keep that out. I just don't believe that you're going to go build all this money and then try to spend all this money to get healthy, when I think your health is a borderline thing. Because if you don't feel like getting out of bed in the morning, or you can't get out of bed in the morning, or you end up, God forbid, in a heart attack or stroke, how you going to go get the wealth? How you going to go make the money? How you going to go make good decisions? How you even going to love somebody or be in love with somebody if you can't perform intimately because your health is so bad?
Oh, you better say it.
I just think, I know if you take care of your health, it'll help you take care of your wealth. And then when you get love, trust me, women, men, your partner Want you to be healthy and wealthy. Trust me, it's gonna be easier to fall in love with you. I'm just saying. If your health, if your health and wealth is right, call me. No, I'm just saying. So I have to be real about it because some people live in a fantasy, and social media wealth is not the same thing. Social media success is not the same thing as real success. So I heard of faking it till you make it, but we gotta fake it till we make it, and don't forget to make it. Don't just keep faking it. So if you have somebody like a big sister or a dream coach or somebody who's coaching you and encouraging you every day to go after your dream, there's some practical steps you're gonna have to do it. There's some personal accountability you're gonna have to get that done. You know good and well, I don't like going to the gym. I don't want to say I don't like sweating. I love sweating. But that's a whole nother thing. I have to go to the gym because I know at least 30 minutes of exercise is going to be vital for my heart and my health. So I can't even put that on the back burner. That's taking care of me. So when you hear me talking about self-love, that's part of your self-love, you guys. Getting your health right. Getting your wealth right. Wealth is all in that credit and all that stuff thing. And then if you're interested in love, if you're married and you want to spice up your love life, it's amazing what good health can.
Girl, what you saying?
And some extra money can do for your love life.
Yes, because it's that stress. It's being released of stress so that the silent killer that we don't always talk about. We talk about silent killer being the high blood pressure and all the other stuff. No, it's stress.
It is. I'm telling you guys. I know that there's like all ages on here, but ministering to, read between the lines, being healthy for your spouse, all those things, they make your life better. They make you have a better quality of life. The ladies, when I did marriage counseling, used to say I was always on the guy's side because they would be like, well, he hadn't been nice to me. He hadn't said this. I have a headache, and if I don't feel like it, da 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 da. I'm like, good. Okay, we can use 10,000 excuses. You might as well say peanut butter. You can use 10,000 excuses. But ministering to each other actually makes your health better. You got a headache, you can get rid of that too. I'm just saying.
Damn.
So there is no excuses when you when you've joined yourself with somebody. And I'm not saying you don't feel like it sometimes. Sometimes you might be hooked up to an IV. Never mind. You could be, there could be a lot of things going on, but I'm just encouraging people to look past the barriers and say, I'm doing this because it's good for me. It can actually be selfish, but being good to yourself is not selfish because you can't take care of anybody else if you're not taking care of yourself. Right?
Right.
So, self-care, ladies and gentlemen, is so important. Take time for it. I used to think it was selfish and I was the last to do anything for me. Real story, you guys. When I got divorced that last time, I didn't know what I wanted to eat. I don't know if any of you have been married like all your life. I got married when I was 19.
Right.
Without a day of break till I was like in my 50s. So think about this. I always got up and say, what did y'all want for breakfast? Or what do y'all want for dinner?
Oh.
Where do y'all want to go? What do you want to do?
It was about
so
them.
When you don't have somebody telling you that anymore, that's crazy, right? It's like, I don't even know what I have a taste for. I never even took the time to figure out what I wanted.
You wanted.
Because I was always catering to my family.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
Yeah.
It does make sense because, we as women, we're caretakers by nature. So the first thing that you're trying to figure out in our mind is what do they need? What do they need? And here
what can we do for them?
What can I do for them? Oh my God, girl, I got to take another break. I'm taking break. Thank God for Grace, because Grace is like 2 minutes. Thank
you, Grace. That's that amazing Grace. Thank you, Grace.
That's my amazing Grace, and nobody better take her. Y'all can't have her.
I know. Share, Angee. Share.
I'm trying. But listen, you guys, we've got another full. Oh gosh, and I'm counting down because I told you, Pat, we were not going to get everything in. You got to come back, Pat. Please come back and bless
I'll
us.
do it.
Anyway, we're going to take our break, you guys. We've got maybe another hour, another segment and a half with Pat Nash. You guys, please hit that share button, because if there's anything that you want your family and friends to ask from an amazing, transparent, raw, and real coach, here she is right here, Pat Nash. We'll be back. You're listening and watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll be right back.
Yeah. You already know. Yeah. I might have took a L, but my future's still looking well. They thought that I would fail, but my future's still looking well. You can still look and see no weapon form will prevail. I'ma still see heaven even though I went through hell. Elementary show and tell, look at what God did. Was a struggle, now I'm taking off like a rocket. Ain't gonna stop it, I know I'm blessed. And they think I'm by myself, but you know the rest. You know the rest, you don't know the stress. Don't know the stress that I've been through. Everything I've been through, cut like a Ginsu. Heartbreak, disappointment, backstabbing friends too. No money, rent's due, sleeping out the car. Yeah. Embarrassed as a man, still reaching for the stars. I might have took a L, but my future's still looking well. They thought that I would fail, but my future's still looking well. You can still look and see no weapon form will prevail. I'ma still see heaven even though I went through hell. I might have took a L, but my future's still looking well. The sky was the limit, but I'm reaching for the stars. I don't smoke, don't drink, you won't catch me by the bar, baby. Why you had to go and break my heart, baby? Wounds hurt, peeling back a scar, baby. Maybe I'll understand later. I'll understand greater days are coming ahead. But I know that I gotta press through to the end. And I know he's the only one that you can depend on. You can depend on, you can depend on. I'ma make a touchdown, I'm in the end zone, I'm in the win zone. Losing's not an option, thought that I would quit, but he pulled me through the process. I never thought I would've made it, I thought my future faded. He pulled me out the worst just to show me who the greatest. I know the pain hurts, lost what I gained first. Knowledge that I'm breaking free, watch out of chambers. Yeah, I might have took a L, but my future's still looking well. Still looking well. They thought that I would fail, but my future's still looking well. You can still look and see no weapon form will prevail. I'ma still see heaven even though I went through hell. I might have took a L, but my future's still looking well. Still looking well, still looking well. Still looking well, 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 still looking well. You can still look and tell, no weapon will prevail. Still looking well, even through the pain, rain, hurt, sorrow. Took a look at tomorrow and I see it still looking well. I will never quit, I will never quit, no. Enter to the end, enter to the end though. Everything trying to stop, everything trying to block. I gotta knock down the walls like I'm digging for water. It's still looking well. I might have took a L, but my future's still looking well. Still looking well. They thought that I would fail, but my future's still looking well. You can still look and see no weapon form will prevail. I'ma still see heaven even though I went through hell. I might have took a L, but my future's still looking well. Still looking well, looking well. Still looking well. Still looking well. Still looking well.
Treasures Bookstore. We offer a variety of items: church supplies, homeschool resources, music, books, and gifts. Our free ministry partners online affiliate program provides a collection of Christian resources. Unveiled Treasures, exquisite jewels to enrich your soul.
Became severely anemic as a result of my fibroids. My energy level was just very low, just always very fatigued, very low sex drive. I think my only regret about my fibroid situation is that I didn't do it sooner. I feel amazing now. I feel great. Women, listen to me. You deserve to be happy and healthy again. No one has time for fibroids. Please look into UFE, contact Dr. Lipman, and get your happy back, get your life back, get your sex back. You know, be the woman that you were before fibroids.
It's been long enough that you've been walking around in the wilderness trying to figure out, who am I? Why am I here? What gifts do I have to make a difference? Well, it's time to warm it up. Discover your true identity, unleash your gifts, and impact the world to become a more bolder, braver, and courageous you. Join me, Kathy Hood, at a life-changing workshop, Woman Up, the journey of owning your power and unleashing your true self.
Hey, this is Constance. Level Up. Check them out every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
Hey guys, it's your girl V Speak Life, reminding you to speak life, not strife. Right now, I want you to get inspired with Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. Sundays from 3 to 6 p.m.
It's Robert.
And Rebecca.
We're the Quaddle Bombs. Time to level up every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
My name is Jay Hagler of Diving with a Purpose. Level up each and every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. Don't touch that dial.
Hi, this is Pat Nash, your dream coach. Want to take your dreams to the next level? Then listen to Level Up each and every Sunday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. I am.
And welcome back to Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome back, everyone. And thank you guys for hanging out with us this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, if you guys are watching us on Facebook, I want you guys to know that we are doing a simulcast on YouTube. So head on over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Not only that, there is a button that you can share. I want to give a shout out once again to Daniel Darden, who has done just that. He went from our Facebook over to YouTube, and he has got himself set and ready to go once we go exclusively on YouTube. So all my Facebookers, I want you guys to head on over so you can be YouTubers on the real Level Up. So I'm going to get right back into our conversation with Miss Pat Nash. Oh my gosh, Pat, I know we are coming down to the end of this show. Of course, I don't want to let you go. I just want to let you go the other day, girl, but I had to go back to work. I was like, I just don't want to. We had such an amazing time, you guys, just over breakfast, just talking, catching up with one another. And that's who you have in front of you guys. You have an amazing woman that is just ready to share her life experiences with you so that you don't go down, the wrong path, as many of us have done. I know I've done it. And it's part of the reason why I did start this show, just to show you guys that there is a better and a more amazing way to do it. First thing that I always share with you guys is please always, have your own relationship with God. Your own. I remember when I came into my own. I remember when I got out of high school and straight out of high school, fresh out of high school, Pat, I moved to big Atlanta, Georgia, from small town Birmingham. By the way, that's what the B stands for, y'all. Angee from the B, Birmingham, Alabama. That's what it stands for. And I moved here to Atlanta, pretty much all by myself. I had a cousin who was here. Shout out to John Travick. Hey, John. Who was, he was around, and I could call him if I was in trouble, but I was a young 18-year-old going to college here in Georgia and trying to figure things out. And Pat, that's what I love about what you do for, your viewing audience, is just helping them to find that best life, that better life. And so now that we've talked about our health to our wealth to even love, and I love how you add that to it, because most of the time we're talking about health and wealth, and we leave health out. It just makes sense.
That's what I'm thinking. And a lot of times, Angee, I'll tell people this is me.
Okay.
I can't speak for everyone else, but evidently I spoke for you because you feel like that's important as well. But even biblically, the word says where everything else fails, love will never fail.
Never.
So when I say I'm in love with the idea of love, I love love because I absolutely know the healing power of love. I don't watch a lot of TV. I very rarely watch TV.
Yeah, me too.
And I definitely don't watch the news. Again, you guys, when I share stuff with you, I'm not telling you what not to do. Everybody is made differently. And I have just tuned my mind into positive things because the news is designed to report on the horrible things and negative things that are out there. And if you're listening to too much of that, I just believe that it can cause fear and hinder you from doing brave things that you should be doing. So, with that being said, a lot of positive things are not shared all the time. So I'll always pull that in, listen to words of affirmation. I'll turn on YouTube and listen to what I call my mentors, Les Brown. I have a new one now, The Miracle Morning with Hal Elrod. I listen to books and things like that. I feed my spirit and my mind with things that are positive and that create the life that I want to live. So I was going somewhere with that. Okay. We're talking about adding love, and I don't speak for everyone else when I speak for when I say what I say, I speak for me. So I just believe in the power of love. And what you're not hearing is stories on how love has actually healed people from illnesses, like they were dying from something, or people were really, really sick, and someone just loving them and them loving themselves or forgiveness has caused them to heal. So I think there's a reason we're admonished biblically to, if there's anything good, if there's anything positive, of good report, think on these things. Because it feeds our body, our spirit, and it makes us healthier people. So it might get on your nerves, but I'm going to be the eternal optimist. I'm going to be the person who will see the good side of everything. I'm going to believe the best until you show me the worst. And at this stage in my life, now what I did learn is that you can't change anyone. I have a hard time changing me. I told you sometimes dealing with me is like herding cats. And it's only because I want to do so much. So the discipline of sitting down and doing this one thing, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this one thing and this at the same time and this at the same time.
Oh,
so I'm like all over the place. Do you do that?
My mom is like, oh my gosh, that is Angee.
Yes.
That's me.
I know. A lot of times my friends will be like, we're all chilling. I have some great girlfriends. I think that's another thing I'm so, so grateful for. I have great friends I've traveled the world with. They've been there, they cried through divorces. They celebrated. We cried through weddings and graduations. Like every celebration, I didn't used to cry, but in my older age, I'm getting kind of emotional. But anyway, see, that was not necessary to share that. I'm just sharing.
Yes, because it helped your sister over here, because I started crying a lot. My mom's like, wow.
I'm like, is it the hormones? Because I used to be so tough.
Me too.
So anyway, I'm just fortunate to have those ladies because we're all different.
Me too.
Totally different.
Yeah.
We all have different talents and gifts, but we've already accepted each other for who we are. So we go on trips. We travel the world together. I don't care. France, Puerto Rico, Greece, wherever we're going. We learn to relax in each other's comfort, in each other's personalities, and let everybody be everybody. And there's no drama and no stress. So if I want to bounce something off of somebody, I'll call one of my sisters. So I said that because at this stage and age in my life, Peace is so vitally important. And I found, you guys, for you business people out there trying to figure out how you're going to get a powerful partnership out of this.
Okay.
I found that if you're going to have a successful business, find somebody whose gift is not necessarily yours, so that you can use their gift, they use your gift, but they got to respect it, and it's got to not bring no drama. And I think the best way to do that, because I'm trying to bring us back to powerful partnerships, even though we've talked about where I'm from, my marriages, my relationship, my philosophy on health and wealth and love. It does all add up. I was thinking, okay, what does this have to do with powerful partnerships? Partnerships that work are two people who can walk together and agree. How can two walk together unless they agree, right? So we're not just talking about marriage. We're talking about a partnership. And I've learned the hard way, people who don't have your same philosophy, even if they don't have your same work ethic, if you understand what you're going to get from them and they understand what you're going to get from what you're going to get from them and what they're going to give you, and you agree to it, it just makes things so much easier. So let me give you some advice. If you want to partner with someone, like I have a girlfriend, we're gonna release a lingerie line. Y'all gonna love it because the whole marketing behind it is gonna be sexy. It's gonna be mature. It's gonna be fun. All of that. So, and then I have the health and wellness, and you're gonna see me all the time. I'm gonna go ahead and post my weight and the before and after pictures, all that nonsense. But it's just so people can see it's working, and they're not assuming that I'm just saying something and I'm not doing it. But when it comes to choosing a partner, hear me clearly, because I've made the mistake. I don't care how much you love the person, how much you care about them. They are not you. They will make different decisions. They will have different philosophies on money, how to spend it, all of that. So if you spell it out and talk about it before you even take your money to the bank or invest your money in the product, the services, or the effort, ask the hard questions. And I'm saying this, you guys, because I'm learning this in love and in dating or relationships, but in business as well. Ask the hard questions.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with this money? How you want to split it up? It sounds easy, doesn't it? But people don't talk about that. You love that person. You know they're good at marketing. You're good at sales, or they're good at marketing and sales, and you are a killer when it comes to meticulously keeping paperwork. So y'all going to put that together, make a successful business. It sounds good. But if they don't know how to talk to you, if they are condescending and you didn't know that when you enter a business agreement, or when they change up on you in the middle of things and you're thinking, well, wait a minute, I'm an equal partner. Why'd you just make that decision without me? Long story short, it protects all of you. And let me give you something that you can say to someone who's close to you. Husband, wife, daughter, son, mama, them, uncle. If you're in business with them and it's a great idea because you want to make some money and keep it in the family, or that's your best friend you're working with, spell it out and tell them this is why you're doing it. Not because I don't trust you, not because I don't trust me. If something happens to either one of us, I don't trust them. So something happens to me, or say Angee and I are doing a business together, maybe I don't have the same relationship with the kids or the husband, because anything happens to her, that side goes to them unless you set something different up. Maybe you don't have the same working relationship with somebody. Maybe it's your spouse and you get divorced and you hadn't put anything in place, and now you have a business that you put your heart and soul in that goes away. All that stuff has happened to me. That's why I'm telling you. Let them know it's not that I don't trust you. I don't trust me. I don't trust anybody else outside of us. So to spell it out, to make sure I protect you and me, let's spell out exactly how we want this business to go down. And if something happens to either one of us, let's also, get a key man policy, or let's do something to make sure the other person's okay. So tell them that, because I made the mistake of just because you're in a relationship with someone or married to or coupled with or whatever, doesn't mean they're going to do the right thing if that relationship ends. So I'm just saying, powerful partnerships. I'm so into collaborations right now because I have some great sisters and brothers that even though they don't have a contract with me, they have a verbal contract. Like anything I want to do, they're helping me. They're telling me what to do. and we're both benefiting. So put it in writing.
Put in writing. Okay.
Powerful partnerships are powerful. Just put the pen to it. Write it out. Spell it out. Ask the question, because you might start doing that process and find out, I don't want to business with this joker. We can do cocktails together or dinner or brunch, but I'm not going into business with this person. Yeah.
It could be a number
I'm just saying, they trying to buy a bag and you trying to get a bag. It ain't gonna match up.
Woo, girl, let me give you some of this. Okay, Mary says music relationships are bad at that. Oh my gosh, Mary, you're so right. And what's happening in especially in entertainment, you know, because that's where you will find those collaborations and nothing's in writing. You know, I know that because my husband is a professional musician, and I've seen it over and over again. They get together and hey, they're all chummy. They're working on music together, and then when the business, because it's called music business for a reason, the business wasn't taken care of in the beginning, and then you know here we are, and some of these projects can go into the millions. You know, people are losing their lives over this kind of stuff.
Wow. So,
you know, you're right, Pat, and I am one for the books on this one. And what I'm doing with my current relationships now, we're trying to put those things in place because we've all gone through it. Here we are, like you said, we're over 50, and we've had life experience. And what I'm learning now, I'm trying to teach my two sons, who right off the bat, Pat, I mean, Lord, they caught the bug. Both of them are entrepreneurs. I try to get them in school. They're like, Mom, we can save some money going to YouTube University. They are true entrepreneur young men that said, hey, I would rather save and invest that $50,000 into something else, but I'm going to read and I got them. That's what I'm doing. I said to both of them, if you guys are not going to go to somebody's university, you must read books. You must go and find mentors. And they've done that. They've done exactly that. They've gotten their mentors. They're reading their business books. They're like, shoot, Mom, I can save $50,000 a year and learn this stuff on my own. And I am convincing them, like, you know, on some occasions, sons with a S, you do need to have a piece of paper because we still have people in society that want to see if you're a doctor, where's your certificate? Where's your, doctorate of whatever. Still consider taking some classes so that your certificate then on the expertise that you are going after. So they're also looking into that. They're both into real estate. So
good.
I'm very proud of both of them. They're taking the route of dad and not mom. Mom went and spent all this money to college, and I'm working for dad. So they saw that, work for them. So we're trying to be dad. We're trying to be the owners and not being, but it's not to say that, school is for some people and some, school is not for everyone. So, I love that the fact that you are making some emphasis on collaboration, because where I am an expert or good at, I can collaborate with you and we come together to build one another up.
Yeah. So
I
love it. And I'm so proud of the boys. I have to give them a big hug when I see them. The fact is, you do have to go to school if there's certain things that you want to do. But we all know when that was all set up, the institution of college and everything that it does, it's to create employees, like for corporations. It's to train you to work for someone else. So it kind of makes sense that people who want to own the place are saying, they're self-taught, self-educated. What blows my mind and what I'm trying to learn from and attach myself to is the age group that we call millennials.
Oh, girl.
They're not scared of anything. That's your kids.
Yep.
They're driven.
Yep.
When I tell you, Angee, it blows my mind. Some of these young men are making $1 million a month where there's people who've never seen that in a lifetime. They're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month because they're not afraid. They're self-taught, they're self-educated, and they're flat going for it. You tell me Bitcoin is a good investment, they're flat going for it. Yep. I love them. Tell the boys I'm gonna have to hook up with them. Their aunties gonna have to hook up with them, introduce them to some people I know are doing it big out there. Okay. I'm so very proud of them.
Oh, thank you, girl. Because and I told them that. I said, look, there's some people that are out here. Gosh, girl, we got to go to another break. Hey, Dexter Moore, we just played your music. Dexter Moore just came on. Dexter, we just played your music. But yeah, so when we come back from the other side of this break, you guys, we've got another 10 minutes with her. You guys get your question in. We're definitely going to have her back. Listen, this is what you can do, Level Up Nation. You guys got to get into this comment section and say, bring her back, Angee, bring her back. So we will, ladies and gentlemen, we knew it. We knew coming in that we were not going to get everything in. But as you guys know, she is a dynamic, powerful coach that you guys can actually check out after this show. She will be having her show it's actually on Pat Nash on Facebook, right, Pat?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So really after the show, you guys, she will be on her live show. You guys switch on over to Pat Nash on Facebook and check her out. She's going to be sharing some very amazing thing. I know, Grace, I got to go to break. All right. We'll be back on The Real Level Up. You guys are listening and watching Level Up, Real Talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll be right back.
What you and I have to let the man know is we are peaceful people. We are loving people. We love everybody who loves us. But we don't love anybody who doesn't love us. We're nonviolent with people who are nonviolent with us. But we are not nonviolent with anyone who is violent with us.
History, life in quarantine, nowhere to hide, it's worldwide. We can agree to disagree, but it don't matter now. This is life. We can chill face to face and debate what is fact and what is been a lie. We can pull every card and go hard with the truth, yet be brutalized. When it's all said and done, what we have and what we won't bring back alive. All we really need to do is hang on and speak life.
To bring about the complete independence of people of African descent here in the Western Hemisphere, and first here in the United States, and bring about the freedom of these people by any means necessary.
In every way, let the people see, let them see, and make sure you know you're right. Oh, when you speak, don't believe, no, this is your defeat. Don't incriminate your mind. Without that hand, when it's all said and done, what we have and what we won't bring back alive. Hey, all we really need to do is stand strong and speak life. It's your life. Come on. Will you fight? It's time. Yeah.
suffer peacefully. Pray for those who use you despitefully. Be long-suffering. And how long can you suffer after suffering for 400 years?
sluggish, bloated, overweight? You could be toxic from your environment, food, and medications. It's time for a clean start. Come by or book online today.
Someone Cares of Atlanta is a nonprofit 501c3 community-based organization providing holistic health and wellness with locations in Marietta and Metro Atlanta. Our qualified behavioral health professionals provide extensive counseling and treatment in substance abuse, mental health, and opioid addiction. Someone Cares offers a variety of services, and our professionals are waiting to serve you. We are not just an agency, we are a friend.
This is Terrell Murphy. Get inspired with Level Up, real talk that takes you higher.
You are listening to Level Up with Sisters of the Skies Incorporated.
Hey, this is Richard Shaw Jr. Make sure you're believing again. Also, Level Up. Check them out every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m.
This is Jackie, Hollywood Mims. Listen or watch Level Up each and every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. Keep it locked right.
You higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. Welcome back, everyone, and thank you guys for hanging out with us this afternoon. I just want to thank everyone who has been a part of this conversation. Just want to give a few shout outs that I haven't just yet. Hey, Be Wise. I see that you have just joined on. Listen, hit that record button. We just played one of your songs, Be Wise. Be Wise is on, you guys. He's one of the independent artists that we featured today, as well as Dexter Moore. Thank you guys for tuning in. Also, my sister, just want to give a shout out to Erica Mahan, who is tuning in. A. Marie Gray, who has tuned in. Valerica, welcome back, girl. Thank you for tuning in. Cynthia Harris Gordeau, thank you for tuning in. Oh my gosh, we got so many people that I guess it's some folks that are tuning in with you, my girl. Yes, indeed. So just want to thank everyone who has tuned in and has just been a part of this show. Can't do this show without my viewing and listening audience, as well as having this amazing woman that you see right in front of you. In case you are just joining us, her name is Pat Nash. And Pat, we've got a few more minutes for those who are just now tuning in. For you guys, you can check her out. She is on Facebook and on IG. Go ahead, Pat. Tell them where they can find you.
Facebook, Pat Nash, and on Instagram, it's under Pat by Design.
Right. So, Pat, before we go, I just want to let everybody know some of the amazing things that you've got going on, that they can not only tune in to where they can hear you, but there's a few businesses, ladies and gentlemen, that she has started, has always had. Maybe you haven't heard about her, but you heard about her right here, first time on Real Level Up. So, Pat, where can they find you to even purchase some of your products?
Well, follow me on Instagram. I'll be sharing ways to, I'll be sharing my site, getfitwithpatnash.com, gethealthywithpatnash.com or pat.com. And my platform has been, for the last 10 years, health, well, longer than that, but focused on health, added the wealth, because people need to understand how to invest in crypto and foreign exchange and all that fun stuff. So the health and wealth. And then the love is coming through the coaching channel, coaching and motivating and equipping people to have real relationships. I love it. So when I said Pat by Design, that's what it's about. It's not necessarily interior design, which I love, but Pat by Design is designing your best life. Like, you decide how you want your life to look. So I called it Pat by Design because as a coach, I help to do that. So that's where you find me on Instagram, Pat by Design. I'll be sharing websites to buy products. I just Oh, on the Level Up, the I'm Speaking, that is a collaborative effort of hundreds. I don't know if it's 100 quite, but several women who are sharing advice, tips for life, ministry, love. It's called I'm Speaking, and it is there are different things that maybe is your philosophy. I think I may have shared something on love, but they published our quotes in this book, and it's so inspirational, it's so motivational. Hit me up. I can tell you how to get it. I'll definitely sign it for you and send it to you. It's called I'm Speaking.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, Pat, I mean, for anyone that is looking to change their passion into purpose, here is one person that you guys can look. Look, Pat, you're almost like a one-stop shop. She don't know, y'all. Future coach. She don't know.
Look, I have a lot of people I collab with, so I'll get them to where they need to go.
Oh, awesome. So you guys, please check her out. As I said before, she will be on her Facebook page momentarily right after the show. That's 7:00, right, Pat? You're going to be on?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. If you guys want to see me fan out, then join us. Because I am one of her biggest fans, you guys. I fell in love the first show that I stumbled upon it. Her and in case you guys hadn't heard, I am good friends with her youngest sister. If you missed that part, rewind this tape and you guys will hear how her and I met. But her sister had been telling me about her for years, and this is our first time really just coming together and just doing the things that her sister had been saying. Y'all need to get together. And I love her for it because she kept saying it. And I said, I'm coming. And that's the type of person I am, Pat. It's, I hear there are so many amazing people out there. And it's just a matter of time that we are finally coming together, collaborating, doing the things that we're doing. And it's all for the glory of God. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, when you put that in perspective, then everything that Pat has discussed here on this platform, putting it in perspective for the glory of God, that's where those powerful collaborations come when you intertwine him in that. So I don't want you guys to ever forget, first of all, your relationship with God. Second, have an amazing relationship with one another, whether, like she said, whether it's business relationships, your marriage relationships, heck, as you guys can hear, her and I have a huge family with our with our siblings, with mom and dad, with uncles, aunties, whatever. But having those powerful relationships, you guys, it starts with our relationship with God first, and then it flows from there. God is love, and as you guys can see, Pat is all about that, to your health, to your wealth. And thank you, Pat, for saying love, because that is the crux of it all. That is the foundation of it all. So if you guys want to check her out, head on over to Pat Nash on Facebook. And guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button with her as well. As you guys know, she's on Instagram, so follow her there as well, and let's keep everything going for one another. Love is the foundation. So Pat, last 2 minutes, what are your parting words for our viewing and listening audience?
Like I always say, be good to yourself, be good to others, and just don't ever stop dreaming. Don't ever stop going after your dreams, because when you do that, you're just waiting to pass on. Actually, you're not living anymore. Just marking time. So that's not the way to go. So I'm just going to encourage you always to think about some things you would love to do and just do them.
Wow. Well, Pat, for our parting ways, Pat has sent us a commercial. So I'm going to be playing her commercial, guys. Check this out. It is amazing because I'm like, Pat, look, send me something. And what we are doing here at Level Up as well, if you have a brand new business or business venture and you have a video, really a commercial, make it a commercial, send it to us, because what we are doing here at Level Up, we are building our sponsorship. So what we're doing right now for a few of you guys, free of charge at this moment until we go to our next platform. So if you've never done it before, try us out here at Level Up, and let's level up, you guys, because as Pat was saying, we've got to get to the point where we are running true businesses, and part of that is your sales and marketing. So here at Level Up, we're giving you guys an opportunity to, get your feet wet on that. Hit us up on Facebook. Head on over to Facebook, and you guys can send us messages about what you're trying to do. First of all, go to Pat first. Let her train you on that. Come on over here to Level Up, and we will get you guys started with your sales and marketing, your marketing actually, and get your feet wet there. So we want to put that out there for those of you who are just trying to, figure out what you're going to do. Well, listen, guys, that's it for us. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening. We will be back here next week, same time, same place, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Pacific time. Tell your family and friends about us. We will be back here for another live show. You're listening and watching Level Up, real talk that takes you higher. I am your host, Angee from the B. We'll see you next week. Love you, mean it. Take care.
Thank you.
Whatever you want, just make a list. I'll be your deliverer. Wrap it in a kiss. Whatever you need, just write it down. I'll make you happier than a kid on December 25th. You and me, we're like a holiday. Every day you for me, you've been my everything. So this is my gift to you. Whatever you need, you can have it in me. It's my gift to you. Love and you. This is my gift to you. This is my gift to you. Whatever you need, you can have it in me. It's my gift to you. My gift is love and you. Open me up. Take a look inside. I'll be your adventure girl. Pick and choose your surprise. Hold on to the packaging. If only for your eyes. There's no need for rationing, 'cause you got me for life, yeah. Oh, you and me, we're like a holiday. Every day, you for me, you've been my everything. So this is my gift to you. My gift to you. Whatever you need, you can have it in me. It's my gift to you. Love and you. This is my gift to you. This is my gift to you. Whatever you need, you can have it in me. It's my gift to you. My gift is love and you. Take me, here I am. Take me in your hands. Take me, every part. Take me, is my heart. Take me, oh, here I am. Take me, in your hands. Oh, take me, every part. Take me, is my heart. This is my gift to you. Whatever you need, you can have it in me. It's my gift to you. Oh, then you. This is my gift to you. It's my gift to you, girl. Whatever you need, you can have it in me. It's my gift to you. My gift is love and you. This is my gift to you. Whatever you want, whatever you need is in me, girl. This is my gift.
Hey, this is Nolan Holloway, aka Mr. Scribe. Just letting you know that I have 3 books of poetry that's available on Amazon.com. So when you get a chance, go to Amazon.com, look up Nolan P. Holloway Jr., not Mr. Scribe, and pick up one of my books for your enjoyment. Peace.
What you want, baby, I got what you need. You know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you get home. Hey, baby, when you come home, darling, I'm every woman. It's all in me. I can read your thoughts right now. Everyone from A to Z. Gonna speak life in every way, Let the people see, let them see, and make sure you know you're right. Oh, when you speak.
What's up? It's your boy Fred Jones. Let's level up on Sundays 3 to 6 p.m. Ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
It's Dr. Robert Frazier, CEO of SIP Educational Consulting, and it's time to level up every Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. Real talk that takes you higher.
It's your boy Keegan. Let's level up on Sundays, 3 to 6 p.m.
Soy Udanis y te invito a escuchar cada domingo de 3 a 6 de la tarde Level Up, sube el nivel, gente corriente con historias extraordinarias. No te lo pierdas.